Bob last night at his event and go around and get hot takes while we gave away some Chick-fil-A as they donate $10. We got a hot take. We'll do that today on the show around the 8 o'clock hour because there are some that are going to make the text line absolutely fired up. But next, Bob's going to be pissed off because this guy with an underrated chest is getting underrated reviews when it comes to rankings here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
My friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 have tried to make lives easier in Kansas City for almost 140 years, and that's what they've done. They build so many great things in Kansas City. They help so many people out in Kansas City, and now they're ready to help you, and they want you to become a partner contractor with Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. The best part about it is it's absolutely free, and if you're an HVAC contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and those economic conditions. The Sheet Metal Workers are going to help you adjust the size, the skills, and deployment of your workforce to maximize effectiveness during the times when you need it the most. And when they're doing that, you're able to go out there and bid on more jobs and make more money. They'll provide the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry, and they'll also train your current employees as well. And there's absolutely no downside. Completely free, zero obligation. Just straightforward information on how they can help grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
Climate Control has been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years and know how to get your cooling system ready to handle the scorching hot summer. Schedule your AC system tune-up for just $49. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Memorial Day's almost here, and I've got a better plan than sweating in the kitchen or over the grill. I'm letting Hy-Vee handle all of the food. I'm ordering my party trays right through the Hy-Vee app. Whether I want custom builds or their huge grab-and-go selection like charcuterie, wings, seafood, sandwiches, or smoked meat, it's all there. A quick stop at their massive wine and spirits department, and I'm done. One convenient stop for the perfect party. So this Memorial Day, let Hy-Vee handle everything, from the food to the beverages, only at Hy-Vee.
If the high cost of filling up is weighing you down, lighten your load this Memorial Day at Hy-Vee. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel with every $35 purchase. Stock up on groceries and stack up the fuel savings. Earn 25 cents per gallon with your $35 purchase, 50 cents per gallon with a $70 purchase, and so on. The more you spend, the more you'll save. Your next fill-up could be free. Don't miss the Memorial Day Fuel Saver event Monday, May 25th, only at Hy-Vee.
How old is your roof? If it's over 15 years old, it could be time to replace it before small issues become major problems. At Century Roofing, we've installed over 35,000 roofs in more than 35 years right here in Kansas City. We know what to look for, and we know how to protect your home. Schedule your free inspection today and let our team give you peace of mind. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing, trust the pillars of strength.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, and I'm here with Rob Seid at Rob Seid Ford. Bob, I smell a grill. What's cooking?
Kevin, the grills are fired up, and so are the deals. Right now at Rob Seid Ford, it's the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event with the best deals we've had in the past 12 months.
Now that's saying something. What are we talking?
Employee pricing on virtually every new Ford on our lot, plus even more dealer discounts on top.
So how hot do these deals get?
Up to $17,500 off brand new F-150s at Rob Site Ford, plus huge savings on Expedition, Explorer, Bronco Sport, Bronco, and more.
Wow, that's 5 alarm hot.
Exactly, and unlike Kevin's Burgers, these deals are coming out juicy.
All right, I walked into that one.
Shop Rob Site Ford, Kansas City's top-rated Ford store on Google. 4.8 stars and nearly 3,500 reviews.
Rob Site Ford, 135th and State Line, or robsite.com.
Buy right, Rob Site.
Brought to you by the Kansas City Win Nelson Trade Show this Friday, May 22nd from 10 till 2 at the Boulevard Drive-In. Built for the job site, built for you. Join Milwaukee Tool at the Kansas City Win Nelson Trade Show this Friday, May 22nd from 10 till 2 at the Boulevard Drive-In. Get hands-on with the latest tools, see live demos, and talk directly with Milwaukee reps. Food, giveaways, and 30-plus vendors. Don't miss it.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Welcome back into it. As the TV shows it, as we just mentioned it, R.I.P. to Kyle Busch. 41 years old, way too young.
Yeah,
a legend in his game with the Indy 500. I obviously know it's a different type of race.
Was he racing in it, though, this weekend? Was he doing the 600 and the 500 in back-to-back days? Or?
I don't think so. But yeah, 85 to 2026, the young man, way too early to leave this earth at the age of 41. As we lost Kyle Busch. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that's
seeing that news pop up. You never like seeing that when you get like a notification. You're like, Kyle Busch, wait, what?
Yeah,
41.
I found out yesterday at Dayton's event with our friend Janae. She used to work with Kyle Busch out in Las Vegas. They work with NASCAR a lot, and so she knows Kyle and her husband knows him. Yeah, they did a lot with the stuff out of the track in Las Vegas, and so they work with all these people. And she told me last night, she goes, "Did you see Kyle Busch died at 4?" I'm like, what? Kyle Busch. I didn't even what and I'm not a NASCAR person, but that one hit me pretty hard, especially being 41 years old.
He's a name.
Yeah, he's a huge name. Arguably the best driver on the circuit right now. When you start to look at everything that this guy has done and how many races he's won and all of that, I mean, it's really a stunning situation. I was kind of floored by it, man.
41.
Life's too short.
Yeah, it's insane. And this was him just, a week or so ago after winning his last race?
Why do these moments never get old, Kyle?
Because you never know when the last one is, So
that was last Saturday.
It was last week.
Oh, my God.
That's
insane.
That was a week from tomorrow.
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me.
No, that's last Saturday.
I mean, that's unbelievable, man.
That's why we say go do something nice for somebody, because you never know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's insane right there. I mean, you have to savor everything and savor every day and enjoy every day and, live every day to the fullest. And I think more and more people, guys, are doing that, though. We talk about it a lot, and you see more and more people are doing it. They're taking those trips. They're doing those events. They're doing the things that actually matter in life, and they're doing less and less with work, and they're doing less and less of things that they don't care to bring them joy, And I think it's great for people to live that way, because you need to. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. And, Kyle Busch passing away, though, after saying that, God, there's no words, really, for something like that.
And for people out there that say life's unfair, go try to make it more fair. You're never going to make it unfair. Not unfair, but you can make it a little bit more unfair by just smiling, or when you go to church and that lady opens the door for you, your name's, Mary. Just say her name. It's crazy, man. I've taken some people to Royals games, and I think it's Marge
that
opens the door.
She's the best.
And every time I pass Marge, I'm like, how you doing, Marge? And like the people that I went with, they were like, you call everybody by their first name, and I'm kind of mesmerized by this. And I'm like, it's everywhere I go because it lets you know that you have recognized them.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it is just opening a door, even if it is just saying like, really, that shirt's kind of Dayton Moore last night. I was wearing a lavender quarter zip. That's a really sharp quarter zip.
Yeah.
You didn't have to say that, but he pointed out some minor detail. And
that's how Dayton makes you feel good.
And
he's
just a great dude, man.
Yep.
And so like,
big loss for us.
Yeah, so I mean, like you look at that, man. You just go be kind. I mean, yes, life's unfair. It sucks. Trust me, we've all had our moments. But you like when I was in Jamaica, man, seeing those people without roofs on their house
puts everything into perspective, doesn't it?
And you know what they were doing? Moving forward.
Yeah.
Because what are you gonna do? Dwell in the past? And it sucks. Kyle Busch, children, 11-year-old son, 41-year-old man, no longer with us. So.
I was watching a thing on X yesterday, and it was like an 8-part thing about like what older people would have told themselves, when they were younger, and it was all about this kind of stuff. It was all about and enjoying the moment and telling people you love them and focusing on the things that truly matter in life and helping others. And one of those was helping others and talking about giving yourself to other people and the joy that it does bring. And when you do something for somebody else, you're not looking for credit on it, but it does. It makes you feel better, as a person too. And so you got to focus on that kind of stuff, man. Life it is way too short. And I think the Kyle Busch thing does put a lot of it into perspective. A week ago, this guy was winning. Less than a week later, he's dead from double pneumonia or something like that, or whatever he had that he picked up, and it got to him. And so he's standing on that podium saying those words last week. God.
He's on the track. This interview right out of the car. So he says Kyle Busch has an 11-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter.
I mean, that's where my mind went immediately, too. How old are his kids?
So he says, rest in paradise, Kyle Busch. This one has me down real bad, guys. NASCAR terms, this was our Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't follow NASCAR, but I would always see on TV like, oh, Kyle Busch won again.
Yep.
Kyle Busch wins again.
Yep.
Oh, his last name's cool. It's spelled like the latte. So, guys, go to Hy-Vee today, buy a 30 rack of Busch Light, and we'll cheers to Kyle Busch.
Absolutely.
Okay, so GMs get ranked, apparently, which I find hilarious. But they do. Howie, your boy, number 1 on the list. Brett Veach, number 5. Okay, so 23 and 24 have him kind of moving down the list, because from what I remember at least 2 years ago, it was always Veach and Roseman's world and everybody else lives in it, right? That's kind of how it went, because it was Philadelphia and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, then 2 years later it was Philadelphia, Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and Brett Veach had this 10-year run with Andy and co. Well, John Schneider's number 2 for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, he's done a hell of a job.
He's done it in 2 different regimes with 2 different head coaches. He deserves to be on that list.
3 if you count back in 2003 or 2004, whenever.
Okay, yeah, if you want to go back that far.
He was the GM, yeah. But yeah, you're right. Recently, too, yeah.
Yeah, but won Super Bowls with 2 different head coaches.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Has any other GM done that? I don't know. I'm just speaking out loud right now. I don't know off the top of my head if another GM in the NFL has won the Super
Kraft
Bowl.
there Belichick. Parcells didn't win it.
They didn't win it. No, nobody's won it in New England other than Belichick. So no, I mean, off the top of my head, I don't.
John Elway.
That doesn't count. I mean, did they really put John Elway on that list?
They put there. I mean, obviously Howie Roseman.
Yeah, that's true. Howie has done that. Yeah.
John Elway?
Yeah. But not like in the gap that John Schneider did it in.
No.
John Schneider
different
essentially, exactly what I was going to say. He essentially won 2 Super Bowls in completely different eras. Howie Roseman won 2 Super Bowls in basically the same era. John Schneider did it, in 2 different eras. So that's impressive, I think. So he definitely deserves to be on that list. There's no question about it. I mean, what he's been able to do in sustainability for all this time, he's up there.
Especially when one of the quarterbacks is Sam Darnold. Not that he's not great, but he's not the Brady, the Russell, the Peyton Manning. Like, he had to build that team around.
Yeah.
I love me some Sammy D.
But,
Keep it real.
But what you're saying is you're absolutely right about that. He's not an A-lister when it comes to the quarterback
he's
position.
He's a top 10, 12 quarterback, not a top 5 quarterback.
And we've said for so many years, you got to have a top 5 quarterback to win this league. And for the most part, you had to have. And there's obviously outliers, and Sam Darnold happened to be that outlier. But Sam Darnold probably isn't the quarterback winning that Super Bowl with that team if John Schneider didn't do a really good job of building up that team and giving them, the players that are proper. So I don't have a problem with him being
And
on
he
that list at all.
foisted Russell Wilson
I
somewhere
mean,
else.
that may go down as his best move ever.
Hell yeah.
Such a convincing somebody.
Take it.
Yeah, it's convincing somebody to take Russell Wilson off their hands. Yeah, that's wild.
He survived a change of like going from the Legion of Boom to like completely like giving Darnold a contract.
Yeah.
Minnesota could have done it. Could have been fine last year. Could have been a lot better last year.
Way better.
He said, "Nah, we'll do it. We'll take it at a price that nobody else wants to pay that we find as a good investment." Got rid of Ken Walker in this offseason. Signed JSN. We shall see where John Schneider goes. After him is Les Snead, number 3 with the Rams. No problem with that.
Nope.
I think they've been relevant for a while. By the way, your boy Matty Stafford. How about that payday?
Where did
yesterday?
that come from?
Baby,
I mean, that's
I guess it's
unbelievable.
not done anytime soon.
I guess they probably saw that
Man.
stiff that they drafted at number 12 and went, "Oh, we had an OTA. Yeah, we need this guy for at least 2 more years." This guy, oh my
This
God,
guy is-
who was the guy that they drafted? Mason Rudolph or somebody?
Ty Simpson.
Yeah, they drafted that guy.
But if you needed to know, Matt Stafford got a 1-year, $55 million.
He's making
extension.
$100 and some million over the next 2 years.
Good for him, man.
This was a guy that was going to be walked out the door for Ty Simpson. They must have had an OTA, and Ty Simpson didn't look good.
They better win the Super Bowl soon.
Yeah, you got 2
They
years.
are. You talk about all the way in.
You got to
Holy
take
smokes.
advantage of your windows, man. When you go all in, you've got to take advantage of your windows.
This is the one that gets us to have the conversation that we finally got to, that Brett Veach is not 4th on the list. In fact, Eric DeCosta.
Can somebody explain that to me?
That's
Didn't
what
they
we're
just
trying to have
blow
this-
up the
Get
whole
back.
operation in Baltimore?
What have they
going on?
accomplished?
Yeah.
What has he accomplished?
Yeah, what is
One
that?
AFC
I'm
Championship
asking.
appearance?
I'm
Yeah.
asking, what has he accomplished?
I'm going to take it one step further. What have the Ravens accomplished? Because people are acting like they are the greatest thing since sliced bread with this Jesse Minter, I think his name is the head coach.
Oh, yeah, baby.
You've got this GM, Eric DeCosta, that are. What have they done
know.
where they're getting all of this love? They're acting like in Baltimore, and I know this is the way it operates, right? Somebody's trash is another person's treasure. But people in Baltimore, and the way you're reading the Harbaugh situation from down there, it's like they got rid of their Todd Haley, and they just found Andy Reid to walk in the door and save the franchise. No, you had the franchise savior, the guy who built your franchise, and time just ran out. And they're acting like this Baltimore team is the second coming of the 2000 Ravens or something like that.
I think Baltimore's good. I feel like Baltimore is the team equivalent of like Justin Herbert. Does that make sense?
That's a good one.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I think Herbert's good.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think he's a top 7 quarterback in the NFL, which is impressive. Like,
Yeah.
like 7, who are the 6? Oh,
I mean,
give me
it's
some
harder
time.
to be an NFL
But,
quarterback
like,
than it is to be a brain surgeon, Dusty.
You're giving away
Oh,
the
I'm sorry. I wasn't
taste.
supposed to do
You're
that.
giving away the taste,
sorry.
dude.
Sorry.
Come on, quit being a sapien.
Sorry.
And
Oh, my God.
just you wait till 8:15. Just you wait. Brings his own clubs to Topgolf. But anyway,
No. Oh, my God, you're right.
yeah. So what I don't. Okay, so Justin Herbert, big time geek. Justin Herbert, right? Great quarterback.
Yeah, great quarterback.
Has it all. What's he done?
Yep.
And when he gets to the playoffs, I don't know. I just don't. Now we'll see as his career prolongs. But hey, buddy, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Like to give you the excuse of he's getting there. It's like no, you got to be there. Ravens, Lamar Jackson's great. They've been good, but like I feel like the conversation with the Ravens are pro excuse for what? Like, and that's where like Justin Herbert is. That's where the Ravens are. And like DeCosta's a good GM because he's kept Lamar. He's now moved on from head coach to a new head coach. They've been top 10-ish in categories on defense and offense most of the time throughout his tenure there. But it's like, what's he done?
I feel like this is one of those
Or
lists.
what have they accomplished?
Nothing. I feel like this is one of those lists where somebody's trying to show you why they're smarter than you. You know,
Sounds like a May 21st list.
Yeah, it really does. But it sounds like a guy who's going to tell you, I'm smarter than you. I view football from a different perspective than you do. You may look at it by winning championships and getting to Super Bowls. I look at based on how many draft picks hit versus how many draft picks didn't hit versus, so I wonder if that's kind of what this is. If this is like some sort of inside baseball type of list, where all the nerds will sit around and go, oh, yeah, this Eric DeCosta is really good. They went 10-6 or 9-7 and barely missed the playoffs last year. But, boy, he's a great GM. But they didn't go to the playoffs, and they fired their coach, and now he's fourth on the list. So I just feel like it's like an inside baseball type of list where somebody's trying to tell you that showing you how much smarter they are than you are with a list like this, because sometimes the obvious answers are the right answers. There are 3 or 4 top GMs in this league: Brett Veach, John Schneider, Les Snead, and the guy in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. And if you're trying to put anybody else ahead of those 4, you're doing it wrong, and you're trying to act like you're smarter, I think, than everybody else, because it just doesn't make sense. Sometimes the obvious is okay.
What Super Bowl have the Ravens been to?
Yeah, well, exactly. In 2000, they were in that one.
What AFC Championship
2012
games do they have?
They got that one where the Chiefs beat them at home.
Yeah, that was it, and they completely abandoned who they were and their whole identity, which isn't on Eric DeCosta, but still. I don't know, man. I mean, he drafted Lamar Jackson 7 or 8 years ago. How long are you going to be able to...
But did he, or was that still Newsom that was doing the drafting back then?
Yeah, I guess I'd have to look it up.
Because people forget all of a sudden, too, how great Ozzie Newsome was as a GM for the Baltimore Ravens, guys. He made that a sustainable franchise from the moment they left Cleveland.
This is a Brett Veach situation. It's the same situation.
What do you mean by that?
They give Brett Veach the credit, looks like in Baltimore, but Ozzie Newsome was the GM.
Was the GM.
Just like we're like, Brett Veach got him, but it was,
DeCosta, whoever it was. Yeah. But I'm like, was Ozzie Newsome? But people forget how good he was and the groundwork that he laid for 20 years in Baltimore. They were never a team that was a pushover when Ozzie Newsome was the GM there, and they won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, you can put Eric DeCosta up there if Jesse Minters was the right hire. And they go far in the playoffs.
Yet,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
You've got to wait. Right now, that is not. They win in the regular season. That's awesome. He puts together a decent roster, but they have the same issues every year. How long have we been talking about them being one-dimensional offensively? Since Lamar Jackson got there.
Yeah.
That's on a GM roster construction. He has been unable to get Lamar Jackson a number 1 wide receiver. Zay Flowers is the closest thing that they've got.
Yeah, they went and got Derrick Henry instead of getting a wide receiver.
Exactly.
That's it.
Here's Odell Beckham. Here's DeAndre Hopkins. Here's, name your old washed guy. That's MVS. Who they get every year. They do MVS. It's just they did the same issues, man.
The list would continue. Brian Gutnust, is that how you say his name?
I forget. However Billy Coon said it is how we've done it over the years. Kudich, I think, is what he said. Kudich.
Gutnust. Number 7 is the Lions GM, Brad Holmes. John Lynch kind of getting some disrespect.
Yeah,
here.
I think so too.
I feel like he should be 5th.
Yeah.
Veach should be 4th, and then you should have that DeCosta guy at 6th. John Lynch has at least been to 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
you've been to 2 Super Bowls, boys.
Multiple NFC champions,
and he drafted Brock Purdy with the last pick of the draft and made him. Brock Purdy's got more playoff wins than Lamar Jackson.
But it's not even
is that a fair stat?
It's the fact that they keep losing players and they continue to win games. And as much as it is on Shanahan for doing that, you got to give John Lynch a lot of credit for giving him the right players that are capable at the bottom of your roster to still go out there and compete in the NFL.
Yeah,
the GMs that value that bottom third of their roster are truly the best
got
ones.
More?
Yeah, he's got 2 more.
Lamar's got 3 playoff wins.
Yes.
And Purdy has 5.
5, yeah.
Love that. Nick Caserio, he'll be 9 for the Houston Texans. And then George Patton for the Broncos at number 10. I guess we'll see about that.
Yeah, that's another interesting one, too.
We'll see about that.
I mean, it's looking like it's moving in the right direction in Denver, but we don't know for sure if it is. And to have him as the 10th best GM in the NFL, maybe that shows you there's not a lot of great GMs in this league right now.
Right. So, yeah, we'll see. I really think the last few years really got Veach. Got his skin crawling. Because like I had mentioned, I might have seen him out at a concert one time. I said, hey, man, good to see you. He goes, we're ready for the draft. Man, ready to get started. I was like, I don't want to talk shop, man. You just have a good night. Concert was great.
Have a great night.
Good luck, But he was, we talked to Mitch Holtis about it. He's like, man, he's in a different world right now, when Mitch does his thing, And he's talking about how he's like, here, and he's locked in the draft. Very similar to 22. I don't need to tell you all what happened after that draft. What happened with
this
the
draft
Chiefs,
class is going to go out there and just slay opponents, man.
Slay all day.
I mean, it's going to be a draft class that we're talking about, like the 22 draft class. I haven't seen them this excited at Arrowhead since 22 when it comes to the draft.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they need it because you look back, you mentioned 23 and 24. Their first and second pick were FAU and Rasheed Rice. What positions do they play? Edge and wide receiver, one of the top 2 needs on this team still to this day.
And one's locked up. They won't let him out.
Yeah, we need a wide receiver that's
And an edge.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep. Maybe FAU will play this year. Let's see. This is it for him.
Who plays more games, FAU or Rasheed Rice?
Rice.
Yeah, Rice, I think.
Yeah.
Who has more catches, Rice or Bringing Stool?
Rice, please, Rice.
God, if Jake Bringing Stool has more catches than Rice, we're screwed.
Not going to be fun. It's not going to be a fun season.
What if we do go get a little bit out of FAU this year, man?
Saying,
I hope he goes out there and plays well because he's not coming back here. I don't think.
Was he 10th on the depth chart now?
After
that draft,
he's going to need a contract from somebody, or his football career is over before it even really started.
Felix and Duque Uzama.
Yeah.
So you got rubbed the wrong way by an AD?
Well, I saw this
weird.
tweet.
I didn't mean it like that, but the tweet that rubs the wrong way.
It does, and it's a tweet from the athletic director at the University of Kansas, and they show a picture. They're building the other side of the stadium right now.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, the other side.
If you build it, they will come?
Allegedly, yes. Yeah, the other side of the stadium is getting built in Lawrence, and this is what the tweet says. And you guys tell me if I'm reading too much into this, because you know where I am with college athletics right now. I want to see all of these universities fail miserably because they've been screwing the athletes for 55, 60 years, right? So here's the tweet. It says a construction photo, a perfect depiction of where our department and industry stand. Will we do it right? Maximize the opportunity that's ahead to be our best version? Need our supporters to continue stepping up. Need my team and university community to strive for more. Let's be all in. That sounded to me like almost a cry for help, but also like one of those college athletics, man, sucks right now. We need money, otherwise we're screwed. And if you don't step up, it ain't my fault. It's your fault. Like how I read that tweet was like, we got some issues going on in Lawrence, and the athletic director's out here going like, one last plea. Can somebody give us some money? We can't sustain this. How is this going to be sustainable, guys, in college athletics moving forward? We're out here basically on X now begging our donors to give us money. How can this be sustainable? I just don't understand throughout college athletics how something like this that we're living in right now is going to be sustainable even for these Power 4 schools at this point in time. It's awful.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like I feel like I know who the biggest donor is for Mizzou, obviously, right? It's Kroenke, Stan. Do they have that at KU? They have somebody like that at KU?
Well, yeah, they've got guys like that.
I was going to say, but because when Mizzou got the $60 million randomly donated to their athletic department, it was like, wonder who that was.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm going back on your stadium conversation. I went that way. Like that whole thing's been kind of confusing to me.
The stadium?
Why start when you don't know if you can finish, and when like you do the east side but not the west side, and then you're like, wow, we'll get there. It's like, why would you do like you would?
I think a lot of it had to do with like making sure you have a place to play. You don't want to play an Arrowhead and all that kind of stuff, maybe. But also, no, it was a fundraising thing.
Like,
because
I'm going to build my dream house,
right?
But I'm not going to have the backside of it done.
That's right.
Yeah.
No,
until
you're
my
right.
wife gets her promotion.
But this stadium stuff, Dusty, has been talked about for generations in Lawrence. They had like some touchdown club they tried to raise. They've been trying to rebuild the stadium since I was a student at KU in 1995. So this has been going on 30 plus years.
Jeez.
But this seemed like a kind of almost a negative tone cry for help. Like, we can't finish our stadium unless you step up and do it.
And to me, it's like, well, didn't you get $300 million a year ago?
Yeah, somebody just said on the text line. I forgot about that.
Like that, isn't that true? Okay, that's true. Yeah, David Booth. They're in the text line. Yeah, David Booth gave $300 million a year ago.
That's right. Yeah.
Now I know we're talking $100 million. We're talking chump change for a lot of these programs, but come on.
That went to Darren Peterson and Tyron Stokes.
but there it is, though. I mean, those are the things now. You need to build a stadium. You also need to pay players to come to your university. And so, like, it's really it's a crazy balancing act. And I'm sure that everybody who's been in college athletics that has since retired and they're running like rats off a sinking ship, they're probably very happy they're not having to deal with this. Because, the way that I read that tweet was like, that's a desperate tweet right there. And if KU's in desperate times, which they are, 15 million in the red, how many other universities are And how long are we going to see what we're seeing in college athletics continue? And how long can we sustain what we're watching in college athletics?
Was it Hurley at UConn that said you need at least 12 to 15 million to be competitive in college basketball today?
I think it was him. Yeah.
And I think that was the number, at least the window is like 13 to 15, I think is what he said, to be competitive.
Be competitive to give yourself a chance.
That's basketball.
Right. And again,
God knows what football is.
And you look at KU's basketball situation, they've got a label. They can't sell anything else. There's not a spot on the floor that they can maximize anymore. They are tapped when it comes to maximizing that basketball program. But yeah, with the donors and people funneling these things, like now we're looking at a place at KU that maybe not be able to complete the stadium. I don't know. Like, it's just a weird spot for college athletics right now. And it's a hard industry because you're basically operating like a nonprofit. You're asking people to donate money. And if they decide they're not going to donate, if the economy turns, that affects everything that you're doing as well. And now you're so out over your skis in college athletics with the amount of money. I mean, again, I just don't know how sustainable this is.
Yesterday was Josh Allen's birthday, right? 30 years old?
30 years old, yeah.
So somebody found his patched 1-of-1 autograph card that Topps came out with.
Really?
The bidding started yesterday. It's currently, I hate live sometimes. It's currently, the bid ends tonight. It started at $420,000.
Oh my God!
Damn!
It started at $420,000.
Well, I don't know if it started, but current bid right now is at $420,000. They said, where do you think it ends?
Oh my God!
Just imagine you're strolling down aisle 6 in Target. You convince your mom, let's buy a blaster pack of cards. Not that the likelihood that's going to be in there. All of a sudden, you're going through it. Oh! What do we do? Son, give me, yeah. Hey, David Booth, here's 10 grand. I just made up Josh Allen. Build my stadium. Coming up next, Charles Barkley sounds off. Of course, we're in here for it. On 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Matt Quatrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
My home's my happy place, but I started to notice those fading colors and peeling paint. I needed a team that cared about the details as much as I do. The CertaPro painters exceeded my expectations. Their free estimate was incredibly detailed and easy to understand. They brought fresh color and quality craftsmanship to our home. Whether it's interior or exterior, protect your home with the best. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
You've heard Cody and I talk about our friends over at Centric, and they're gearing up for an AI sales event on Thursday, May 28th.
They'll teach you how to use AI as a daily sales assistant, draft emails, prep calls, maybe do prospect research, strengthen follow-ups, or even apply AI to help you analyze deals and pipelines. They can do all of that over at Centric.
They'll even help you build repeatable AI sales workflows that support your daily selling activities. So take part in the AI sales event over at Centric, Thursday, May 28th. Go to Centric.com.
Pros, save more on the materials you need to get the job done inside and out at Lowe's. Right now, get 10% off in-stock Trex Naturals decking, now available in more styles. Plus, get 15% off select custom entry, interior, and storm doors. Then, we'll deliver it all straight to your job site to help keep your jobs moving. Get the brands pros trust, priced right, and ready when you need them. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This is the highlight of my morning.
Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
And you've got that nice golden fluffy egg.
With a soft, flaky biscuit.
Crispy bacon.
Melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Got any markdowns on brakes?
We mark Duralast brake pads down to free.
Free Duralast brake pads?
When you buy 2 rotors.
Can I get Duralast Gold pads for free?
With 2 Duralast Gold rotors, and there's a lifetime warranty on brake pads.
That's a huge markdown for so many miles.
Save on brakes and more during Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Yo, it's Jay Uso from WWE, and I'm Jimmy Uso. Chumba Casino and WWE are hyped for the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam. I know, I can't wait. There's nothing better to do while we're waiting than playing Chumba Casino. Sign up today, and you could win a VIP experience with Chumba Casino and WWE for SummerSlam. So what are you waiting for? Play Chumba Casino and enter for your chance to win. Let's Chumba. Yeah.
Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
FanDuel is serving up a happy hour every day during the playoffs. We're talking special drops you don't want to miss, from profit boosts to bonus bets and more. And the best part, it's every single day. So head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. Here's how I'm handling the daily happy hour. I open the app, see what's available, and suss out. Maybe it's a profit boost on a player point total. Maybe it's a bonus bet, and I'll take a big swing and try to make some mega money and keep that bonus bet in my back pocket. So whether you're betting the early game or gearing up for prime time, make sure you open the FanDuel app and see what's waiting for you today. So go to FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local. FanDuel is an official partner of the NBA and the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola. You'll always pay less in Paola. Northland 35 southbound past Cookingham with an accident blocking the right lane. About a half mile of heavy stuff to get through there. Past that, things look good into downtown. Spring hail means big savings at New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola. Save up to $15,000 on hail-damaged new and used vehicles, plus all factory incentives. But this hail of a sale won't last long. New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola. You'll always pay less in Paola. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Update. Josh Allen cards officially sold.
Oh, wow.
So it sold on the night of May 20. I guess it's sold today.
Yeah.
There were 41 bids on this card. The bidding ended at $1.35 million.
Oh, my God. The fact that there are 41 people involved in all of that and had the that's the right sound effect to use. It really is. Just hang up on me.
I just hit that.
I mean, the 41 people had the opportunity to bid on something like
Bob
that.
Fescoe
too, right?
just pulls Josh Allen's patch 101 auto. Bob, how you doing? Okay. The number you have dialed is no longer in service.
That's exactly right. Yes. You mentioned the kid from the Yankees is who everybody wants right now. This new 17-foot kid that they called up from the minor leagues, Spencer Jones, right? Is that the kid that everybody's looking for now? That's the guy that they want.
Hello, America.
Yeah, there's a lot of names, man. I was in a break last night, and people were going nuts because the way I do breaks is like auction. So teams go after it's random. So you bid. Obviously, the more possibilities, the higher the bids can get. Last night I got down to Colorado, so Ethan Holiday, and Chicago White Sox, Murakami, right? Mm-hmm. No baseball cards with him on it, like MLB baseball cards. So like people they're chasing him. Bids start at $1. it got up to $177 on a chance. Just $177. And I was like, no, good.
Yeah.
And like people started chatting in the group. They're like, wow, man, like really going for it. It's like, if I hit, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like if you hit a Murakami auto, you're dude.
You're done.
You go get that thing graded, you don't, and you find a way to sell it on eBay. Like go to eBay and just type in Murakami. Very tough, a lot of vowels. But like type in like Murakami auto card, and then it'll come up, and it'll be like probably like 200,000 minimum. I would.
Wow, that's insane.
I mean,
That's
people
nuts.
just want it, man.
People want it, and they'll spend all that kind of money getting it. It's crazy.
This comes from Detroit Tarek. We got an update. I just want to give you guys an update. I'm back home. I finished my triathlon last week in Belgium.
Nice.
Feels good to be back home in Kansas City.
How'd you do, Derek? How'd you do? Tell me about it. I want more
Completed.
details.
That's all I need.
That's
to know.
all that matters. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but
That's
sometimes
incredible.
you completed a triathlon, you win.
Yeah,
okay, I don't want to hear, well, my time. No, you won, man. You did. That's what I tell my wife when she runs these marathons. You're good.
Yeah, that's a feat.
You did it.
Yeah.
You know, you're good to go. You don't need to, worry about anything else. It doesn't matter where you finish or anything like that, as long as you did finish, because you're doing something that I'm never going to be able to do. I'll tell you that right now. So that's awesome, Derek. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, congrats. Double D. I don't know if you want me to call you that, but if not, you can text in. Charles Barkley.
Number one, we want people to have fun. We're trying to entertain people. I think that people don't understand. We're on television from 7 o'clock to 2 in the damn morning. How much basketball, first of all, how many people actually know a damn thing enough about basketball for us to X and O them from 7 to 2 in the morning?
Right.
So we try to split it up. Number one, we hope we have a great game, but we have an obligation to entertain people too. I mean, do people really want to see us four dummies sit there from 7 o'clock to 2 in the morning and talk about picks and roll, blitzes, over under, elbow wings, and things like that?
Right.
I mean, so listen, man. I want people to have fun watching basketball.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Praise be, Charles.
You want
Way to go,
people
Chuck.
to have fun. That's what sports is about. And I feel like in the last 20-some years or so, we've lost that sports is supposed to be fun, and people want to make it like something else that's not fun, a science experiment, a math equation, however you want to do it. They get too detailed into it, and they want to know all of the, the intricacies of everything that is going on. And there's a segment of the population that likes all of that. It's just not the segment of the population that sports radio and people like Charles Barkley necessarily care about, because those guys are sports fans. They're going to be there regardless. You're trying to cast the widest net in broadcasting, not narrowcasting, to get as many people part of the party. And I don't know how many other sports shows, like they have the Inside the NBA, get people to watch that aren't really a fan of the sport, right? I'm not an NBA regular season fan at all. I'm not going to watch those games, but I'll watch those guys. And how many clips do we pull from that show, or that they even pull from that show, that are basketball related? Everything that they put up as a clip is Charles doing something funny, Kenny doing something good, Shaq doing something, or Ernie just being a damn pro, on the set.
Yep.
There's never anything that gets tweeted out or put out on social media from that show that is legitimate basketball related, because they know that's not what the people want. They want the entertainment value of that. If you want the X's and O's, there are places for you to go and do that. There are podcasts, there are chat rooms, there are whatever you want to get that kind of stuff. But the goal for what they do and what we do is to get as many people as possible hanging out. And when you talk about the intricacies of anything, you're missing the majority of your audience, because they're just not dialed in and they don't care. They're watching the game. Did you see that picture last night of the guys in the city watching the Knicks game in the back of the minivan with the right?
Sick.
Right? Do you think they give a rip about the X's and O's and what plays are going on? No, they're on the street watching the game with their buds, drinking beers, cheering at baskets. They're not worried about the minutia and the all 22 and all of that kind of stuff that a certain segment of the sports fan wants to talk about. The segment that wants to talk about that is minute. The segment that we're trying to get and Charles is trying to get, we just want to entertain you, man.
No, I'm with you.
I always look at sports radio shows. I kind of look at the way that the 3/4, I would say 4, are structured around here. You have our show. Do you really want to wake up every morning in your car and hear Last night, they were 3 of 5 from here with a base hit to the left. It was right. You don't.
No.
You want to be entertained in the morning. You don't want to be falling asleep in the morning. Midday shows should have entertainment, should have some sort of knowledgeable stuff. You should have some interviews probably sprinkled in there. And then the afternoon show should be like a laid-back conversation. I don't think there's anybody better in the city than Carrington Harrison that has that sort of bar stool conversation with you, like you're in the room or at your buddy's house having the conversation, right? And, the nighttime show, when I did it, people loved Jay Binkley. Because he's stat-driven. That's like Jay's thing. Like, nobody knows that game better than Jay Binkley.
Mm-hmm.
And then you threw my weird ass in there, and people are like, I don't know what's going on right now. But, like, you have that balance, at least at this station, where people get that. And you have that balance in the real world. Like, Bill Simmons is more analytical talk and fun than maybe, like, what Nick Wright might be or what Charles, Shaq, and Kenny might be. Because to me, the two greatest things that have ever happened on the NBA team is Shaq eating the Dorito, the hot chip challenge. When he did that, he was like trying to be cool, and you're like, all right, this giant just got knocked down by by David, and it was in the shape of a chip, not a marble on a slingshot. And then you look at when they were putting the smoke under Charles Barkley's seat. And he had no idea. He's like, all right, what the damn hell is going on here? And Shaq had the gas button. Like, pranks work better for them. And then because you know Shaq's history. You know Barkley's history. You know Kenny the Jet Smith's history. And then you got poor Ernie in there who's got to play dad and keep them all together. And sometimes that's the best part is to see Ernie try to, like, keep all four guys on, like, straight, be like, well, okay, let's keep this together. So, I don't know, man. Sports are fun. They're meant to be entertaining and knowledgeable. I don't think they're meant to be knowledgeable and entertaining.
No, I think that's a great point there. Knowledgeable, entertaining and knowledgeable, not knowledgeable. Yeah, like when
I don't need Dennis Miller on Monday Night Football.
No.
But I'm okay to have Pat McAfee on Monday Night Football.
Absolutely, he's entertaining.
I totally agree with everything. I will say it has gone maybe one step too far with Shaq, where he does not know names of players. He's clearly not watching basketball.
Yeah,
I think we probably need to have a face-to-face conversation with Shaq. Hey, do you like this anymore? Like, you need to have some sort of passion for the game, which clearly Chuck and Kenny still do.
Right.
I don't need you to know all the names. I don't need to know all the stats. I don't care about that. But, like, Shaq doesn't know who Dean Wade is. Like, Shaq doesn't know who Sam Merrill is. Shaq doesn't know who Deuce McBride is off the bench for the Knicks. He doesn't know those guys. He doesn't watch the games.
Yeah.
That, to me, is like, all right,
but
we've taken
are they
one step too far.
But are they there for that, though? Or are they telling them and wanting them just be entertaining, don't worry about
I think
the
that's
basketball? I don't know.
I don't know. I think the knowledgeable part's got to be there a little bit, and he still does that, but yeah. I think this year is a little bit different for him.
I think it's different for all of them with the change and everything,
ESPN,
too. Yeah.
Coming up in 20 minutes, we'll get to Dan Hughes, but also you can't blame the youth when it comes to the Kansas City Royals. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
The wild weather this spring has brought hail to New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola. What that means is they've got plenty of new and used cars and trucks with light cosmetic hail damage. New Century is having a hail of a sale to clear them all out. You can save as much as $15,000 and still receive all the factory incentives. The hail of a sale will not last long at New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Remember, you always pay less in Paola. See dealer for details.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I was just at Staples. They're having a huge 40th anniversary sale.
40 years. Note to self, send flowers.
Up to 50% off. Save on chairs, paper, balloons, and more.
Balloons?
Yeah, Party City is now at Staples.
Surprise!
But the anniversary sale is only 2 weeks, so...
Quick, celebrate 40 years of savings at Staples with up to 50% off. Shop chairs, paper, breakroom supplies, and more. 2 weeks only in 523.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or on the app.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and you know baseball's back. BetMGM, the official partner of Major League Baseball, is bringing the high heat all season long. All season long, you can log into the BetMGM app and receive top-tier promos that put you in the batter's box and up the excitement for America's pastime. Step up to the plate all season with Swing for the Fences, the free-to-play game where every swing could score you rewards. We're talking parlay boost tokens, odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boosts, and even bonus spins all season long. And the action doesn't stop there. Get more out of every at-bat and every inning with MLB same-game parlay boost. Stack your picks and boost your potential payout. Plus, lock in bigger value with MLB Odds Boost tokens and MLB Parlay Boost tokens all season long. More boosts, more swings, more chances to win. Download the BetMGM app and step up to the plate today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. Existing customer offers subject to eligibility requirements. Please gamble responsibly.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. Choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
After my car wreck, there was a lot I didn't know. I do know. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this. Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Replacing your HVAC doesn't have to be an emergency. Plan now, pay less later. For a limited time, take advantage of an HVAC replacement with financing starting as low as $149 a month. More options, better timing, and less stress for your home.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Northland 35 southbound gets heavy around Cookingham with an accident blocking the right lane. Things starting to loosen up in through there, so they may have that off to the shoulder. Replacing your HVAC doesn't have to be an emergency. Plan now, pay less later. When you plan ahead, you get more options, better scheduling, and less stress. Schedule today at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch all your favorite shows, shorts, and clips. This is your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
He's a special one. That's what they always said to my parents when they would go meet the teachers. How's our kid doing? He's special.
He's special, yeah.
And Bob goes, totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
Back
We're learning how to
again.
open a cup this morning, which is good, you know?
Well, dude, okay, so we got these Yeti cups last night, and you have to, push down on the front and then slide forward. And I'm like, man, did I get a bad one? I'm literally sitting here going, it's not working.
Yeah, he got it. He figured it out this morning, so we're all good.
Yeah,
Thank you,
we're good.
Dayton, for the great
appreciate
cups, the shirts, the hoodies, all the great stuff. Dayton Moore, truly one of the greatest Kansas Cityans of all time. Will probably have an impact on this town, second only to Ewing Kauffman when it comes to people who are associated with the Royals organization, and that is high company to be in. We had a blast last night at the CU in the Major Leagues Top Golf event out at Top Golf, raising a lot of money, helping the kiddos out. Man, it's so refreshing to see how much Dayton does for this community, man. He's one of the greatest of all time. So salute Dayton. Great job last night with everybody in the CU in the Major Leagues Foundation.
So this comes from the text line. I want to get to this real quick before we talk about the Royals, who are back in action tonight against the Seattle Mariners. Somebody says from this, I think it's 636. Good morning, fellas. Good morning.
Good morning.
I live a few hours away, so I get to make my first and probably last trip to Kauffman Stadium tomorrow before they move. What are some must-see parts of the stadium? I enjoy listening every day. Thank you. I think for me personally, what I think always hits, and I do it the first time I go to Kauffman every year, is I walk behind the outfield where the waterfall or where the water fountains are, and I look at the stadium from that perspective.
That's
It's
funny you said that.
It's right in left field next to that Frank White thing, and then the George Brett statues are right there, and the Kauffman statues are right there, and it's right field, and you can stand on the railing. And I do this every year at my first Royals game, whether I go there to cover it in the press box or go as a fan or whatever. And I just stand on the railing, I put 2 hands down, I take a deep breath, and I'm just like, one day this won't be here. And I just kind of look, because I don't know what the new stadium's going to look like. I don't know. It'll eventually be done. But, I mean, that's just kind of what I would do. And then after that, I take a lap. And I just walk around, and I take it all in. So if I were you, or if I could give you advice, go behind the water fountains, stand there and look at home field or home plate from that perspective and see the whole stadium. And you'll always have that image in your head.
See, I was the reverse of you. Sit in your seat and look out to the fountains. Because I think that is, but to your point, that's the best vantage point. And the best thing to do at Kauffman Stadium is to be in that seat and to see the field. There's not much going on around the stadium, and the new one will have a lot more going on. Sure. But the views that we have from both the outfield and from your seats, they are pretty spectacular. And I still love the fact that you can walk around the whole stadium now, right?
Yeah,
like
I do love that.
That's massive. And for our baseball trips when we go, we always like to check out the stadiums and what to do. And all of them now, you're able to walk around the whole stadium, go wherever you want, kind of see everything. And I think that's good for the fans, too, not to have, like certain areas. Well, you got to have a pass, an exclusive area. Like, you can have a couple of those areas, but let it be an open kind of place where all the fans can walk around and participate in all the cool things that you have going on out there,
That's what I was going to say, is make sure to watch the game from a couple different places.
Yeah.
Watch it, but with the fountains, walk through the Hall of Fame, left field. Like, you got to, walk around.
And that's the other thing, too, like for baseball now. You don't even need to buy an expensive ticket to have a seat, because you can watch it from multiple different angles. And that's some of my favorite things to do when we're on the baseball trip. It's like, all right, there's a bar in right field. Let's go out there for a couple innings. Let's go out in left field for a few innings. Let's sit in our seat for a couple innings. Oh, there's a taco stand out there. That looks good. You go out there. And baseball has become so much more dependent on an event than it is necessarily the game. People are going out there and they're doing things, right? They're having fun. They're hanging out with friends and family. It's a social event now, more so than it is a sit in your seat and watch every pitch.
Yeah, because I made you drag me through Monument Park.
It was great. I'm glad you did. Yeah, I saw my friend Bill Rainen down there. That was awesome. I haven't seen Bill in a while, and so we ran into him in Monument Park. But, that was cool, man. It was awesome to see something like that.
And to have that angle from center field looking in towards Yankee Stadium, that was something I'm like, oh, so this is what people see when Judge bats. Anyways, you can't blame the youth when it comes to the Royals, because the oldest team in baseball, according to this DraftKings post, the average age of each MLB team, the youngest is the Cardinals at 26.7. The oldest is the Braves at 30.5. The Royals are 29.2 when it comes to age. That's 8th oldest in the Major League. Obviously, you have Sal on that roster who's got that age, but like
Lugo, Waka,
it's time to put some more emphasis on the vets to pick up the slack. And whether that is moving Sal and Vinny down in the lineup, possibly. Talk to some people that are, former Royals players that were like, I wouldn't mind seeing Cags hit leadoff.
Yeah.
In fact, the quote I heard last night was, lead Cags off. It worked for Ohtani.
Yeah.
Now, again, we're not going to compare the two, but I mean, like, why not?
But why not, though? There's no bad idea. That's not a bad idea. It's better than what they're doing now.
And, I do think the one thing that if they're going to turn this thing around, they've got to have a drastic change. And they're 20-30. They're 8.5 games out of first place. I think they're 4.5 out of the wild card. And your veterans aren't doing it, and your young guys are. Bobby, Michael, Garcia, Cags, Carter, all those guys should be at the top of your lineup. They have the youth. They have the athletic ability to not hit into double plays and not pop the ball up like we've seen so far this year. And that, I think, is what the issue has been, is that your top two guys are kind of doing their job. Now, Michael Garcia's having a down year opposed to last year. I think he hits out of it. I think he's too talented and too good not to. And Bobby's on an MVP race right now. But why not let the youth kind of take over if the vets aren't doing their job?
Yeah, and that's the thing. But do you have enough youth to take over right now? Because the minor league system is barren right now. There's nobody that you can bring up. And so you do need these veterans to kind of step it up a little bit. But I'm more concerned about the future now. You get rid of some of these old guys on the roster. How are we replacing these guys? Because there's no call-ups available from the minor leagues. They're going to have to go out and spend $100 million probably on this roster in the offseason to make this thing better. You can't run this thing back next year. I mean, nobody's going to support you if you try to run this thing back next year. So there's going to have to be a major roster overhaul that is going to have to come in free agency. I mean, I think next year could be even worse than this year is for the Kansas City Royals with the age of this roster and no youth on the horizon that's ready to come up to the big league level to give them that opportunity. It's a scary situation for the Royals right now. Like, their window, I hate to say it, is closed. They got to find a way to open that thing again.
And I think the text line says it perfectly here from the 479. Nothing is a bad idea when you're this low in the standings.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
I'm 100%.
everything.
Try everything.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
You never know.
cares?
It might light a spark up the ass of every player
Absolutely.
on that lineup and be
Right.
like, holy cow, look what Cag's doing now that he hits third and Bobby hits second and Garcia hits first.
I did like the Cags leadoff idea last night
I
that
like
we heard
anything
from
at
somebody.
this
I
point,
really
Bob.
don't care what it is.
Anything at this
Anything,
point to
yeah.
shake it up because I'm over the fact that it's like, well, I need that big walk-off through it. Well, no, we just need a spark.
Yeah.
And I don't know you got to be better than Rizzo lighting the fire, even though we didn't get to see it, Jeff Probst. Huge fumble. For those of you that haven't seen the finale in Survivor, one of the most debacle live television things I've ever seen. We can get into it a little bit later today. Yeah, I mean, I think anything at this point right now is shake it up.
Yeah.
Change it, whatever it may be. I don't know, man, but let the young kids have their time because right now the old guys aren't doing their job.
They're not. They're not.
And the biggest way to get more youth, sadly, is have some of these old guys step up. That they need to start performing so you can sell
And
high.
also
You can sell
lean-
high,
and also
yeah.
lean into that youth, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
hey
that
guys,
too.
hey, we haven't done our job. Go make us look better.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's awesome to hear from a veteran.
Jack Caglione should never miss another inning again this year. And if he does, that's malpractice on the Kansas City Royals' part. Malpractice if Jack Caglione doesn't play every inning of now barring injury, obviously, but every inning of every game going forward, you have nothing to play for anymore. Carter Jensen should be in there every inning of every game now, learning how to play that catcher position and getting better at that position. So you've got these young guys that you have on your team, those two anyway, they need to be in there every day now. There's no excuse, and it is malpractice if you do not play these guys every day. I don't care what your analytics say because they suck and you're 20 and 30. So let these guys play, let these guys develop, and let these guys learn what it's like to be a major leaguer. That's the thing now. The Royals as an organization just aren't letting guys learn and become major leaguers. They're trying to make them computerized programs, and it doesn't work. So you've got an aging roster. You've got an underachieving roster. You don't have a minor league system. What are you going to do moving forward with this organization? They're in a bad way right now. They're going to have to spend about $100 million this offseason to make this roster better because, again, you cannot run this thing back next year.
Royals tonight in action against the Mariners at home. It's Logan Gilbert for the Mariners. It's Noah Cameron for the Royals. First pitch, 6:40. Josh Vernier hits the air at 5:30 here on 96.5. The Fan. Coming up next, a guy we love to listen to, and he can tell us whatever he wants. It's Dan Hughes. He'll join us next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, here it is, Memorial Day weekend, and that means my friends at Jay's Southland Tow Service are getting ready to take boats to the lake, campers down to the lake, or wherever they need to go. That's what they're doing this time of year. They're helping you get ready for summer. They helped my buddy Jamie take his camper down to the lake, Ralph's brother, and that was an unbelievable process. They said, we didn't have to worry about anything. We just told them where to go, and they dropped it there, and it was ready when we got down there to enjoy our time camping. Whether it's a boat, whether it's a camper, Jay's Southland Tow Service will get it where it needs to go. Here's the other thing that Jay's Southland Tow Service is going to do. They're going to help you when you're having car trouble. Now, you don't know exactly when you're going to have car trouble, so that's why you need to put their number in your phone. It's 816-779-4TOW, 816-779-4TOW, or at southlandtow.com. Whether you get into a car accident, maybe you get into a situation where you locked your keys in the car doesn't start, whatever it is, just call Jay Southland Tow, and they will help you out, and they'll get out there before the insurance company even has time to get involved. So put that number in your phone, 816-779-4TOW, or at southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by the most local police departments in Tammy from the West, and it's Jay's Southland Tow. There's nothing they can't do, so be in the know and use Jay's Southland Tow.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends at Hy-Vee are going to make this weekend spectacular for you and everybody. It's Memorial Day weekend. The weather's going to be great, and that means you're going to be outside doing everything that you love to do, and you don't want to have to worry about all of that cooking, right? So let Hy-Vee cater your Memorial Day this year. Don't spend it in the kitchen. Have them deliver party trays. Just place your order online or through the Hy-Vee app. You can customize your order. You can choose from a great selection of grab-and-go party trays, including charcuterie, fruit and veggie trays, sandwiches, wings, seafood, smoked meat, and so much more. And also, don't forget, a quick stop at Hy-Vee's huge wine and spirits department, and you got everything you need for an amazing Memorial Day weekend. So enjoy this weekend. Relax this weekend. Let Hy-Vee handle it all. Just one convenient stop for the perfect Memorial Day party, only at Hy-Vee.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Future therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. If you have breast, head and neck, or brain cancer, proton therapy may be a better treatment than conventional radiation. Don't wait. Get your second opinion at Kansas City Proton Institute. Come see Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced proton therapy team. Learn more at kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-535-1301. 800-535-1301. 800-535-1301.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland 35 southbound. Earlier problem at Cookingham has cleared, and those delays have all unwound, so things are looking good from there into downtown. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
You hear him on game days in the booth.
Quickly, they get chunky and funky with stretching the fields vertically.
And Thursday nights at 6 during Players Only.
Spitfire, hot fire take.
Here's Chiefs Radio Network color analyst Dan Hughes on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
That's right. It's Friday. You can get junky and funky. And you can talk to the Iowa grad himself, Mr. Dan Hughes. We have him join the show now. Danon, rumor has it, you might be in your baseball mindset right now because you got a little bit longer till football starts. How's life going, Mr. Hughes?
Everything's good, fellas. Good to be back with you guys, briefly, I guess. Yeah. But, I am in baseball mode. I'm up here in Omaha calling the Big Ten tournament. About to call the USC versus Michigan State semifinal game.
Great Big Ten rivalry.
Morning.
Great Big Ten rivalry.
Right. So storied. Yes,
it is. Hey, since you're doing baseball, man, this Royal situation sucks. I mean, how do you develop as a player if they don't play you? Like with Jack Caglione, as a former player, how important was playing time for you?
Well, it's huge. I mean, I think we talk about that in football as well. There's only but so much you can learn in practice and in baseball, in the cages and tunnels and so on and so forth. They're not really having full practices, so really it's you're limited there. So you'd like to see the young talent, especially if the team is not playing up to their potential or up to the standards that we'd like, and hopefully they'll turn it around and get those young guys in.
Danon, what was it like for you as a young athlete coming up in the ranks with the Kansas City Chiefs when you've got to earn your keep and kind of prove to the vets and the coaching staff that you've got what it takes to play every day?
Well, it was huge for me. I mean, I came to the Chiefs with a broken foot. They literally drafted me 4 days after I had surgery on my foot. So part of this off season, the OTAs back then, I was literally on crutches and just able to soak up the playbook. So it actually worked, and it was beneficial for me because I was able to just take care of the cerebral part and soaking up every position, every wide receiver position, learning how to play special teams, watching other guys and how they performed. And that pressure was kind of alleviated because all I could do is watch. So I got to see the J.J. Burdens and the Willie Davises and those guys go out. I got to see the Benny Thompsons and Freddie Jones play special teams, Todd McNairs, and all those guys. So it allowed me to say, okay, wow, this is what professional football is like, and this is the adjustment I'm going to have to make. So once I was physically able to get on the field, then it felt really good. And then I was on practice squad for 10 weeks. Until somebody got hurt, I got activated and never looked back. So it kind of was a perfect storm for me, the type of athlete I was, because I feel like I was more cerebral. I did pay attention to those small details on the field and preparation and reading defenses and tendencies and all that stuff. So I didn't have to get thrust right onto the field and learn everything 100% full speed. So a little different for me, but it worked. And, 6 years in the league and 4 times as a captain, nothing to shake a stick at.
No, man, hell of a career for you. Danon Hughes we're talking to here on 96.5 The Fan. How does Rasheed Rice get better when he's in prison?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a chance to get better in prison, especially if you're rehabbing from knee surgery and so on. So it's an unfortunate situation. And I think I've told you guys this in the past. Every year when the Chiefs, after the draft, they have a rookie dinner and they invite some of the Chiefs ambassadors over, sit down with the guys, introduce them, have conversations at the table, talk about what it means to be a pro. And I remember when Rasheed was drafted and he was at the table with me and I sat there and chatted with him and I walked away from that dinner like, wow, this kid has got it. He was respectful. He looked engaged. He looked you in the eyes. You had conversation. You felt like he had some takeaways from it. And then, he obviously had a very solid rookie year. And you thought, wow, this is the makings of the next superstar wide receiver that we can latch onto for possibly a decade. And then everything started to spiral downward. And if you would have asked me that day, within those months, with all of this that had transpired for Rasheed Rice, I would have bet everything I had in my pocket that it would not. So it's disappointing, and then to see it continue to pile on with different bad decisions is just so unfortunate because he's such a great talent. Obviously, we have the top shelf organization, and you just like to see when the light turns on with some of these guys that they can become the true professionals that they're supposed to be.
Danon, as we see this happen, like what would be the next step for somebody like you to mentor somebody like Rasheed Rice, who has a chance to be insanely profitable from an NFL career, have a long tenured career, but just keeps seemingly running into hiccups along the way in his young youth?
I think it's really just about a sit-down, one-on-one. If I was that guy, if I was that mentor figure in his life, I'd sit across from him one-on-one and say, okay, are we done yet? Like, is there anything left in the tank that you're still trying to sort out in your life from a social perspective, from monetary perspective, maybe expectations from friends and people outside of football? Are you done yet? Have you hit rock bottom? Is everything that you've experienced, the injury on the field, the less than par, play with the drops and inconsistencies, and then the off the field stuff, are you done yet? Can we now become the true pro that you're supposed to be? And I think it takes a person that's close to him, somebody that he respects, and that he will, heed their advice. I think that's really what it comes down to. Everybody hits a wall in life at times. Sometimes we might have had crazy college years. We might have, as soon as we graduated college, it took a little while for us to figure out our way in life and what we were going to do as an adult. But everybody also has those opportunities where when you hit rock bottom, whether you were sick or injured or maybe an arrest issue or a close call, you hit that rock bottom, and then you got to shake yourself loose. And he hasn't been able to do that yet, and I'm hoping that this is a reality check. When you sit in that jail cell, I'm assuming, when you sit in that jail cell, there's got to be a lot of time for you to kind of do a self-inventory and a reality check with yourself. And hopefully he's mature enough to recognize when you are a professional athlete, when you are a guy that could be making upwards of $30, $40 million a year, and you are relegated to a jail cell, like, what more could anyone else ask as a reality check?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that he's going to be able to sit there. He's likely going to be in there alone, and he's going to be able to look at those four walls and that cage and say, is this really how I want my life to transpire? Is this the story that I want to be attached to Rasheed Rice for the rest of my life and, throughout Chiefs history?
You mentioned, Danon, and it really hit me hard. Are we done yet? And I could feel my stomach sink when you said that. Could you imagine, for a guy like Rasheed Rice, Andy Reid walks in and that's what he says to him? Like, if you aren't done yet when Andy Reid comes in and says, "Are we done yet?" Then you better be done after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hard question to ask somebody, Danon, because you're looking at him and you're going, "You're a total screw up in life. Are we done yet? Can we now move forward?"
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough, and especially with the persona of Andy Reid. He's got that fatherly, grandfatherly figure type of approach. I have the luxury of interviewing him after every single game during the season. So, you look somebody in the eyes, you talk about the great things that happen, and there's obviously times, at least 11 times this past season, where we had to talk about the not-so-great things that were happening on the field. And you get engaged with that type of person. So I can only imagine that, the effect of it. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I never wanted to disappoint my parents. Definitely did not ever want to disappoint my grandparents. Mm-hmm. So, to be that grandfatherly figure, and if he's the guy, I kind of envision, obviously this won't happen, but I kind of envision, Andy Reid being the guy that's at the door when Rasheed Rice is released. And, that's kind of got to be the visual that Rasheed has got to have to circulate in his head right now. When I walk out of these gates, who's that first person that I see? Now, physically, it's probably going to be a family member or maybe a chief security person or something like that. But mentally, the first person I need to see is Andy Reid in my vision, in my head, visualizing what that conversation needs to be and when that eye contact hits. And even if Andy doesn't use the words, "Are we done yet?" that's got to be the mindset. And then how convincing am I going to be to Brett Veach, Andy Reid, Clark Hunt, the entire organization, so that they can, basically still take another chance with me.
Danon, short answer here for you, long question. If you were the Chiefs, would you go get one of these veterans that are available, like a Stephon Diggs, A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill name?
Yes, I would. And the reason why is this is an incredible window of time with Patrick Mahomes, even though he's coming off an injury. With all the success that we've had, we set the standards so high and the expectations so high that I don't think you can go into a season and not feel good about any position, especially the wide receiver position, or at least have question marks about that. So, and that might also be the jolt of reality too for Rasheed Rice. So going and getting those guys, or at least one of them, can tell him, hey, this is a business. The game moves on. And the reality is if you are either with us or you're not with us. You're going to jump aboard this train and move towards another Super Bowl run, or you're going to, keep flailing in a puddle that you have been. So, I feel like getting another established wide receiver, that will give an infusion of energy to the wide receiver room, to the offense as well. When you go and get Kenneth Walker III at the running back position, when you feel so good about what the capabilities of this offense can be for 2026, I think it's only fitting that you look and see if you can go and get a stud wide receiver that can be helpful as well.
Perfect. You know what I'd do, Dan? I'd tell Rasheed Rice, go read the book of Peter, my man. That's what I'd say.
Amen. Yep.
Danon, we appreciate the time, man. Enjoy the Big Ten tournament. Enjoy everything you're doing, and we'll talk to you soon. All things Chiefs, they're right around the corner because we're dang near to June, man.
Sounds good, fellas.
Take care, Danon.
Thanks, Danon.
All right.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of three, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin. The "Are we done yet" thing has just hit me so hard with what Danon said there about Rasheed Rice, because it reminds me of asking the kids when they go through a tantrum, "Are we done yet here? Are we good? Are we good?" And that is a harsh thing, man. If Andy Reid's standing at those gates when he walks out and looks at him and goes, "Are we done yet?" the answer better be yes.
It is one word time, and today it's sponsored by the Sand Trap. Great spot, delicious food, cold drinks, TVs galore. Watch all your favorite sports teams. You got Spurs Thunder game 3 tonight at 7:30. You got Royals Mariners 640 plus. It's located in the northeast corner of Blue Ridge and Holmes in South KC. $7 vodka Red Bulls, $2 off glass of wine, and they got Mary's chicken salad.
There you
today,
go, Mary.
Right? Shredded chicken breast with chopped white onion, apple, celery, cilantro, served on white bread with chips, all for $13 at the Sand Trap. So go out there and ask for Rob Maloney to serve you that chicken sandwich that's titled Mary's Chicken Sandwich.
There you go. Get it.
At the Sand Trap, baby. $13 for that, Big Daddy.
Ooh, that looks real good.
I'd smash.
Smash City, baby.
I'm normally not a chicken salad guy, but that, man, whoo, boy. Put some chips on there, too. Get that crunch.
Yes, and it comes
$13.
with some house-made chips, baby. You already got it. Let's go. Get that crunch. All right, no crunch in Tennessee. No seed oils. Robert Salas says, no, we're done. No seed oils. This means no PB&Js. And some Titans fans are upset.
No Uncrustables?
Yeah, no Uncrustables.
Well, it's funny, no Uncrustables anywhere in the NFL anymore.
Yes, we'll do a combined one-word. NFLPA reached agreement today with Jams to become the exclusive peanut butter and jelly sandwich of the Players Association. J.J. Watt and Caleb Williams are a part of Jams' ownership group, and the player-led partnership will make the PB&Js available league-wide this season. One word combined on that partnership and the Titans. No seed oils.
Well, the partnership is normal, right? That's awesome. That's cool. You're supporting your guys. I like that. The no seed oil thing was so bizarre. Why do you feel the need to make that, bizarre is the word I'll use, why do you feel the need to make that public? That sounds so ridiculous. Like, no more seed oils. I'm sure that was the biggest topic yesterday in Tennessee about this team, right?
Oh, yeah.
Seeds. That's my one word.
Fumble would be mine. Where are you, Uncrustable? Biggest fumble of the bag I've ever seen. Unbelievable.
Bob, not a fan of Uncrustables.
I love Uncrustables. But, I mean, if you're a PB&J, all the NFL play, how are you not the one getting this partnership? Unbelievable.
Well, because the partner that they're using is owned by 2 former players. So the NFLPA is supporting their guys. That's what you do. That's what life's about. Who cares if Uncrustables were on the scene first? J.J. Watt has the competitor. let's go. We're going to do business with our guy. That's the way you should do it.
Last year it was smelling salts. This year it's seed oils.
Seed oils.
What will it be in 2027?
You're right. There's always something every year in the NFL that we talk about, and we've never discussed it before. Seed oil. Unbelievable.
Rams, Matthew Stafford, they're still doing business. 1 year, $55 million. He's signed for over $100 million for the next 2 seasons. One word on the 1 year extension.
Cash. I mean, that right there, that's Matthew Stafford maybe going to the boys and saying, hey, not really on board with this Ty Simpson. But for another year and $55 million, I'll be the best Ty Simpson teacher you have. Okay, fine, we'll give you that extra year. So 2 more years, over $100 million in the next 2 years for Matthew Stafford. That's some change. Or they watched an OTA and thought Ty Simpson stunk, and they're like, we need Matthew Stafford for 2 more years.
Stinky.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, my one word would be paid.
Yeah.
$55 million for a year.
55 burgers, 55 fries.
55 shakes, 55 onion rings, 55 tots.
How about this? Tom Brady giving a graduation speech. Where was this at? I can't remember. I had the video of it.
Tom Brady was giving it at, oh, jeez.
I've got the video. I can pull it up in 2 seconds.
Was it North Carolina? No, it wasn't North Carolina. Obviously
that would be great.
It was definitely North Carolina.
It was Georgetown.
Georgetown, that's right.
It was Georgetown University. Yeah, that was it. This is him talking about his guy, Danny Amendola, and he uses some choice words for his alma mater being Texas Tech.
And I hope you guys find colleagues like Danny. Having business school friends are great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you need a kid from a glorified community college who can bail your ass out of any jam.
Wow is the word I'll use. That is a direct shot at Patrick Mahomes, my friends. And Texas Tech got beat up yesterday by the University of Texas and by Tom Brady. The University of Texas, they can go stick it with what they're saying about Texas Tech. But Tom Brady, I mean, that felt like a shot at Patrick Mahomes a little bit.
You mind playing that one more time?
And I hope you guys find colleagues like Danny. Having business school friends are great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you need a kid from a glorified community college who can bail your ass out of any jam.
Sounds like somebody needs to go get a community college kid to get to Rasheed Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my one word would be, I don't know, motivative.
Like, sure. Is he talking about Mahomes, though? Because that kid from that community college has bailed us out of a lot of jams, too.
Yeah,
you know?
he has. It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, and it didn't hit.
Well, yeah, he was. He was trying to take a shot at Danny Amendola. Instead, he took a shot at Texas Tech, and now Texas Tech is pissed off. And
his tone, his timing, just none of it seemed like too real.
Well, he's not a comedian.
No.
You know, and timing is everything, and, you know.
Yeah, he probably had someone help him write that and go through delivery. Yeah, it didn't work out. How about this? Text from a listener, man. Everyone knows we were at the See in the Major Leagues Foundation over at Top Golf yesterday. We were talking to some former Royals. Feels like they know what's going on with this ball club. So do our listeners. Bob, this was to you.
Yeah, and it was our kids would have won the game, but they had some Royals coaching decisions that helped them, that prevented them from winning the game. Oh, boy. The one word is pathetic. This is where we are right now. The Royals coaching staff is being used as a punching bag at the high school and rec league levels right now, where parents are saying, well, that was a Royals coaching staff decision. That should be embarrassing for the franchise, that their coaching decisions and the way they operate right now are being mocked by their fan base.
Yep. Man, tough. But if this is rock bottom, I hope this is it. And I'm going to believe that, as I'll be glued to the TV tonight, as I always am. Because I'm a loser.
Yeah, and then
loser.
Not a loser, a legend in the sport of NASCAR, gone too soon, 41 years old, Kyle Busch, winning a race, the Dover International Speedway, I believe, last week, and had this to say after winning, and it's just crazy when you put it into perspective.
Why do these moments never get old, Kyle?
Because you never know when the last one is, you know, so...
And then just 6 or so days later, passing away again at the age of 41. One word on the legend.
Sick. I was sick yesterday. I'm not a NASCAR fan. I've never met Kyle Busch. I don't even really know much about him. But I heard that yesterday, and that hit me hard, guys. A 4-year-old, an 11-year-old. You said that on Sunday after you won that race, and now you're dead. Like, it's sick. It's so sad.
Yeah, short. Life is short. You're not here for a long time, but you can be impactful. And the 41-year-old Kyle Busch, who is no longer with us, leaves behind an 11-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter. So it's saddening to hear all that. So pour the lattes out for Mr. Kyle Busch this weekend. Coming up on the other side, we get into a sports comp that I think is interesting, plus why Aaron Judge needs a World Series ring more than ever. On the other side, 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Fescoe and Dusty.
Every Hardee's is closed. Well, that sucks.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control have done work on our yard that nobody else could have done. I mean, our yard was absolutely disgusting. It looked like a bad field. There was no green grass. There were weeds everywhere. There were roots. It was just a mess. And Aspen came out and they said, look, your lawn stinks, right? And I go, yeah, I know it does. They go, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. And they did. And now we have the best lawn on the block. So if you're struggling with your yard and you can't get it right, or you want somebody to take care of it for you to free up some more time in your life, let Aspen Lawn and Pest Control take care of it all for you. That's what we do. And we absolutely love the service that we get from Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. They're college-educated professionals, so they know everything about the climate and the soil and the way to grow the grass here in Kansas City. They do a great job with it. And they have a pest control side that keeps the mosquitoes, the ticks, the fleas, all of that out of our yard all spring and summer long. It's safe for our dogs to be outside. It's safe for us to sit outside and not have to worry about getting eaten alive. So right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application by just mentioning this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I was just at Staples. They're having a huge 40th anniversary sale.
40 years. Note to self, send flowers.
Up to 50% off. Save on chairs, paper, balloons, and more.
Balloons?
Yeah, Party City is now at Staples.
Surprise!
But the anniversary sale is only 2 weeks, so...
Quick, celebrate 40 years of savings at Staples with up to 50% off. Shop chairs, paper, breakroom supplies, and more. 2 weeks only in 523.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app.
Hi, I'm Carter.
And I'm Charlie. We'd like to share a quick story about a homeowner named Jack.
Jack had a home he needed to sell fast.
And Jack thought he had it all figured out.
So Jack talked to multiple cash buyers.
Jack chose the highest offer.
But the day before closing, guess what? The buyer backed out.
Leaving Jack with the moving truck all packed in the driveway and not sure what to do.
Jack learned the hard way that the highest offer isn't always the right offer.
Jack got suckered.
Make sure you aren't hung out to dry.
Call our dad at Rex Buys KC.
Our dad is local, he knows Kansas City, and he actually closes deals.
No repairs, no fees, no showings, no surprises.
Just a fair cash offer and a smooth process.
Now, don't be like Jack.
Call 816-330-6000 or visit rexbuyskc.com.
Rex Buys KC, helping people make smart choices one home at a time.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. That's ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
When I wake up, the best mornings in the morning light start with Wrangler. I pull on my jeans and I feel all right. Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When I
wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light.
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at select Walmart supercenters and select neighborhood markets.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Downtown 71 northbound, heavy past I-70 up to about 10th Street. Kansas side, 635 southbound, slow approaching I-35. Heading 435 southbound, some off again on again, slow stuff from Shawnee Mission Parkway down to Midland with ongoing construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Quick reminder after we do one word, don't forget to go to the Sand Trap today. It's a great spot. It's in the corner of Blue Ridge and Holmes in South Kansas City. $7 vodka and Red Bulls and $2 off glass of wine. Plus, you can get Mary's chicken salad sandwich, basically. It comes on white bread, shredded chicken breast, chopped with onions, apples, celery, and cilantro, served on said white bread with your choice of fries or chips, all for $13 at the Sand Trap. Tons of TVs, outdoor patio seating. You can watch the games tonight. Royals Mariners at 6:40. Also, Spurs and Thunder Game 3 at 7:30. I know that I'm hard. Check out the old Sand Trap today for those specials. You like to go down memory lane every once in a while?
Yeah, who doesn't, right?
Right. You remember when there was the great debate of who were the best quarterbacks in the AFC?
Yeah.
Right? It was Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Herbert. At one point, we were kind of maybe throwing C.J. Stroud in there after his rookie year. I don't know if you guys have seen anything that's been more of an tight race than what we might see this year in the NL Cy Young race. Christopher Sanchez, Chase Burns, Jacob Mizorowski, Paul Skeens, Chris Sale, Shohei Ohtani.
Hello, America.
No doubt about it.
Damn, that's a hell of a lineup right there, man.
The highest ERA on this list is a 2.62, and that goes to Paul Skeens.
Wow. And that happened from opening day, probably. He never recovered, right?
He just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Mizorowski's been my favorite player to watch this year in baseball because he just strikes out 8 or more every single game.
And he doesn't care who's in the box.
Doesn't matter.
I've never seen a kid like this, man. No fear.
Bruce Springsteen once said he'll throw that speedball by you. He was foreshadowing Jacob Mizorowski.
I had somebody in this industry one time, Dusty, debate that song with me and say it's not a good song because they said speedball.
I've heard this.
Have I told you this before?
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, right? It looks like a question mark.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
But, I mean, you look at the ERAs of these pitchers, and Christopher Sanchez, 1.82, Chase Burns, 1.83, Mizorowski, 1.89, Skeens with the highest, 2.62, Chris Sale, 1.89. Then there's the Mahomes of baseball and Shohei Ohtani, 0.73.
MVP and Cy Young in 1 year. Let's go. I'm rooting for that, quite honestly. I want that to happen. How cool would that be if we saw the MVP and the Cy Young be the same person?
And we have seen that. I believe we saw that with Clayton Kershaw. We saw that with Justin Verlander. They had both accomplished those feats. And Ohtani, the old man in the room with Chris Sale, right? Chris Sale, I think, is like 35, 36.
Yeah, he's got to be up there,
Ohtani,
guys. He's been
31.
37.
Yeah.
Sale's 37?
37.
Yeah.
And Ohtani, 31. And then the rest of the youth. And this is where, like, you can have that, where you had the quarterback room where it's like, Mahomes in the suite, penthouse suite, right? That's where I think we put Shohei Ohtani. But the rooms close to it is completely filled.
right, with Skeens, who's the reigning and defending Cy Young winner, and then before that, Rookie of the Year. Mizorowski, the showman, right? We talked about this last year. There was a Wednesday day game, and it was Skeens versus Mizorowski, and the Brewers sold out.
Right, sold out.
Wednesday day game, insane. And this is what, to me, is moving the needle in baseball, is the young youth of pitching. And right now, where the AFC in that window was the league because of all the stud quarterbacks that were taking the league by storm, now we're kind of seeing that in the NL with these pitchers taking the league by storm.
Yeah, but the coolest thing about Mizorowski, though, guys, is for me.
He's local?
He is, but the strikeout rate. He's striking out 40% of the batters that he faces.
That's stupid.
The next closest is Chris Sale at 29. He's at 39.3% of the batters, and then Paul Skeens is at 30.3%, barely over that 30%. So 4 out of every 10 batters that Mizorowski faces, he's striking out. I mean, that is absolutely insane. And I know in baseball now the strikeout is looked at like something good. Oh, it's a one true out or whatever that, people say. And we don't devalue the strikeout maybe as much as we should and we used to back in the day. And there's so many strikeouts, but even still, it doesn't take away from this kid is doing. 40% of the dudes that face him are getting punched out and sent back to the bench. And then the league's only hitting 159 against him. I love the young talent in baseball right now that we see. It's fantastic. And I think it's one of the biggest reasons that's helped this game grow so much, right? We've talked about all the rules changes, and that did. But now you've got the players finally to kind of back this thing up, right? There are superstars in baseball, guys, like true superstars in baseball, probably since I was a kid for the first time. Once the 94 strike hit, you had the McGuire and Sosa stuff, and then the NFL took over. The NBA was having superstars. Baseball was kind of doing their own thing, and a couple of guys here or there. But this may be the greatest, group of superstars that I've seen since I've been a kid in Major League Baseball, with all of this young talent, not just pitchers, position players as well. There's so many guys out there that you can identify with now if you're a baseball fan, and that is fantastic. And the cool thing is they're actually letting the young guys play in some of these other cities. Amazing what can happen when you do something like that. You get the ability to see them go out there and take over and become these fan favorites and show us, man, this is a young kid's game right now.
What's more impressive for Mizorowski? 88 strikeouts in 57 innings, 32 hits in 57 innings, or strikeouts per 9, 13.9.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The answer is yes to all. I don't know the answer to that. What do you think it is?
Or he throws 103 like every other pitch.
Yeah. I think the hits to innings pitch is impressive.
It is.
I mean, it's almost 2-1.
Yep.
The strikeouts per 9 at 13.9 because video's out. Like, they know what he's going to do, and they still can't touch it. 88 strikeouts leads all of Major League Baseball, and his hits per 9 is 5.1. That also leads all of baseball, and his strikeouts per 9 also leads all of baseball. To me, in my opinion, that is your Cy Young candidate.
Yeah, he is right now. You have to look at him as your Cy Young candidate right now with everything that he's doing. How cool would it be, too, for a local kid to get that Cy Young award, right? We're all rooting for him here in Kansas City, and he's a bright spot in baseball, a very big bright spot in baseball. And the Brewers seemingly figure it out, too. They continue to win year in and year out and year in and year out.
The other conversation I want to have is what I had with New Yorkers when we visited. And I said, who's the biggest athlete in New York right now?
I believe that's been over a month ago. Dusty.
Correct, yeah. And everyone said Jalen Brunson. And I was like, okay, well, what's he accomplished? And they were like, I don't know. He shows up in the playoffs. And boy, does he. The Knicks in 21 years before Brunson, 8 playoff wins. The Knicks in 4 years with Brunson, 33 playoff wins as they are en route to their first NBA Finals in 30 years?
Well, 27 years?
No, 99.
Yeah, so 27, your first appearance.
Is it the first appearance since they played the Spurs in 99?
In 99, yeah.
I swear to God, I thought they were like 0-0 or 0-1 maybe in the finals. But I could be too.
No, because I'm
completely wrong about that. But this is the first time since 99 they're back in the finals? Okay.
Either way.
Well, not yet, but you know what we're saying.
Yeah.
It's not like Aaron Judge needs any sort of accomplishment to get into the Hall of Fame. But to be a New York Hall of Fame, it's time, Judge, for you to do something in the playoffs. Because you're not doing anything in the playoffs. You're not winning a ring. But they want you to show up. And this is why I think the New York fan base is in love with Jalen Brunson. Because, again, 21 years before they had 8 playoff wins. And in the 4 years that they've had the young man out of Villanova, he has 33 playoff wins with the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
Game changer. Franchise changer. Is he the best point guard in basketball?
Yeah, 99 is it. I checked. Yeah, 99.
99. Yeah, 99. I don't think Tyrese Halliburton's not playing. I don't really know of other
you don't
point
consider
guards.
Ant a point guard, right?
No.
Off guard.
He's a shooting guard, yeah.
Kyrie's out.
Yeah, Kyrie's out. I mean, he's the best point guard. And last night was awesome because he really did go back to his Villanova days. Didn't you say 14 assists or something?
Yeah, he was distributing the ball.
He's like, you know what? You guys are going to double me. You're going to trap me at the top. Okay, fine. I can do that. And everyone else will score.
And that's scary for everybody else when the guy who was your big scorer the night before now just becomes a distributor, right? And everybody else is getting in on the action. And that's
They're
important.
dynamic.
You need look, it's like football, right? And that's why we talk about the Rasheed Rice situation so much. You need weapons. You need to surround your guys with weapons, and we heard about it all the time. But really, LeBron brought that to us. He really did. As much as people complain about what he did in Miami, he showed us what it takes to win in the NBA. You have to have at least 3 players around you that you can rely on. You can't in the NBA just have one superstar and expect them to stir the drink. You have to have great role players and really other superstars as well around you. And I think it's trending that way, guys, in the NFL too. I just don't think the quarterback can go out there anymore and just win these games by yourself because defenses are so fast and athletic right now. So you got to pick up the NBA model, maybe in the NFL, more superstars, and that's how you grow that roster and make it better. So it's going to be fun to see what Jalen Brunson does because if they win this thing, he may go down as one of the most celebrated athletes in New York history.
We'll get back to our trade talks because Tarek Skubal is in the news. But before we do that, can I get a shout out for my son, Colton? He graduated pre-K this week.
Yeah!
Love you, Colton. So shout out to Colton, man.
There you go, Colton.
There we go.
Colt 45 is what they call him on the streets, is what they say. I don't know if that's actually true, but shout out to Colton graduating. Shout out to all you people out there graduating. Enjoy your summer vacation. Coming up, we talk trade talks that are starting to brew here in the baseball world / football world as well. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Bob Fescoe.
I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
And Dusty Likens.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Spring is here, and as the weather heats up, the sports action heats up at Circa Sports. From baseball to basketball, hockey to golf, Circa Sports has it all. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High limits, player-friendly pricing, and exceptional customer service. Whether you're looking for playoff futures or props on your favorite players and more, Circa Sports has you covered. Download the Circa Sports app or visit circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This Memorial Day, make your home the one neighbors notice. At Lowe's, when you have a budget, we have extra big deals. For a very limited time, get 50% off all Holland pavers to reinvent your outdoor space. Plus, keep it fresh around the house with your choice of a select Ego 56-volt trimmer or blower kit for just $169. This Memorial Day, our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/25. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code QUICK to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code QUICK, to borrow up to $10,000. Use code QUICK to borrow up to $10,000.
The wild weather this spring has brought hail to New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola. What that means is they've got plenty of new and used cars and trucks with light cosmetic hail damage. New Century is having a hail of a sale to clear them all out. You can save as much as $15,000 and still receive all the factory incentives. The hail of a sale will not last long at New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Remember, you always pay less in Paola. See dealer for details. Royals coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. Forward and back, RENNER.
Almost Andy Reid here. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and Renner Garage Door is giving back. 5% of sales go to Authentic Life Foundation, and you get 5% off your project. Visit rennerdoor.com.
RENNER, RENNER.
Brought to you by the Kansas City Win Nelson Trade Show. This Friday, May 22nd from 10 till 2 at the Boulevard Drive-In. Looking for dependable HVAC equipment that gets the job done? Check out Oxbox at the Kansas City Win Nelson Trade Show. This Friday, May 22nd from 10 till 2 at the Boulevard Drive-In. Straightforward solutions built for real-world installs. Plus, enjoy food, giveaways, and 30-plus vendors. Hosted by Kansas City Win Nelson. See you there.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLInjuryLaw.com.
Checking 49 northbound, no delays from Belton to 470, and 71 northbound moves well from the Grandview Triangle into downtown. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
The Cody and Gold Garage Sale benefiting the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum is on Wednesday, June 10th on your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan. KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Happy Friday, Kansas City, 8 o'clock on the dot, moving around the day.
Looks gloomy, rain. You can stay south. I really need to get to a driving range. I'm selfish when it comes to that, but I also just want to be able to enjoy this Friday as we start our Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget, at 9:20, our fifth and final chance for you to win a $500 gift card to Hy-Vee. Our fifth qualifier, then we will get a name out of the 5 qualifiers from Monday to today, and that said person will win a $500 gift card to Hy-Vee. All you got to do is name the country. When we get to 9:20, we'll play a drop. You be the fifth caller. You say hi to Mac, and then you say, all right, hopefully you draw one of my name out of the 5. So be listening at 9:20. Real quick, because we're weird. We've got another food assassin in the building.
Golly, man.
It's disgusting.
What's going on around here?
It's disgusting. It really is.
I don't want to blame Logan Weber. I really don't.
Name drop instant.
But he's left a burger and onions in this studio.
Ooh, yeah.
A half-eaten Crunch Wrap in this studio.
That's right.
And now in our company kitchen, there's a half-eaten turkey sandwich with a bottle of mustard just sitting on the table.
That's right. Like half-eaten in that plastic, that you get with the pre-made sandwiches. And it's been out a while because the cheese is hardened.
Yeah.
And so somebody ate half the sandwich, left the other half and the mustard out, and just left and figured somebody else was going to clean that up. I can tell you it's nobody in sales. They haven't been here all week, so we can't blame them. Here's who Binkley, do you think, may have done something like that?
I don't know. I think Jay finishes it.
Yeah, I think Jay does
all over
too.
the place.
And Jay ain't letting a sandwich get out of his reach.
Right.
Like, he'll leave the plastic, but I don't think he'd leave the half-eaten sandwich.
No.
But you look at Logan Weber, half-eaten Crunch Wrap,
yeah,
half-eaten burger with onions,
got a track
half-eaten
record.
sandwich. I mean, I'm not saying it's Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with the lead pipe, but it might be Logan Weber in the company kitchen with a bottle of mustard.
Yeah, and a half-eaten sandwich. But yeah, it's really weird. You paid for the sandwich, you ate half of it, then left it there, got up, and just thought somebody else was going to pick it up for you. I mean, this is we're adults here, man. We got to clean up our own messes, and you can't leave this kind of stuff out. Like, nobody's going to come behind you and clean it. And the poor girl who cleans our office is going to look at that today, and she's probably going to clean it up because that's what she does, because she's awesome. And she's going to take care of somebody else's business because you were too damn lazy to go throw that thing away. It's awful. Like, would you do that at your own home? It's like when I walk into the bathroom here and I see the way that people behave in the bath. Would you do this at your own home? Would you pee on top of the urinal in your own house?
Yes, but I'd clean it up if it got a little out of control.
We all have bad aim sometimes.
Sometimes,
but yeah, I'm gonna
yes.
clean up.
You
Yeah,
clean up your mess,
happen.
though. Things happen,
No,
right?
and with food, I'm not going to say I'm like a clean freak by any means, OCD by any means, but with food, I'm cleanly. Like we are cleaning up the food after we're done. We're not leaving food in the sink overnight. Like that's. I had a bad cockroach experience in college, man. I ain't never having it again, ever again. No.
And I will say this: it's not necessarily it's about the food. It's about the act of just leaving something in the kitchen in a public workspace where everybody else has to operate, thinking somebody else is going to clean up your mess. The balls, man, really. Like nobody's cleaning up your mess.
660 says some detectives might call this a signature.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So what we're going to have to do is get the company kitchen vending machine camera like we did with Boomer Esiason that one time when he stole from the vending machine, and we had the video. So we need to get the video and see who bought this sandwich and sat down and ate it. I'd like to know who the perpetrator is on this one.
Sandwich Gate.
Yeah.
You heard the promotion June 11th, the Cody and Gold garage sale. We're working some things together. You can have I'm going to put myself in the garage sale. You can do, and Mac and Bob, you're more than welcome to come hang out. But we're going to figure out some stuff, but it could be a Lee Summit lounge with lichens. So
patio sesh?
That, or a local area bar and have some drinks and spit some hot takes,
fair.
whatever you want to do. Because if you're going to come to my house, I'm going to have one of my buddies pick you up. You're going to be blindfolded, and then they will take you back to wherever you need to be.
That makes sense.
I want to go to Dusty's house. I don't need that. I'm
okay,
already worried. 20 and 30. I'll make a deal with you right now, guys. You know how I'm on the Lee Summit community page. You know how I'm on the page. I don't know why. I'm not a member of this page, nor do I subscribe to it, but it's always in my algorithm of singles in KC.
Oh my God, my friend group is on this thing too, and we said as much as you. I mean, it is something.
A lot of catches.
If the Royals get back to 500 before the 4th of July, I will put myself on the Kansas City singles page, and I'll let you guys come up with the description. Sound like a deal?
Oh, come on. Come on.
I don't want you to have to go through that.
Oh, no, that is a total deal.
I don't want to go through sub 500 baseball.
I understand that, but have you seen the people on the KC singles?
It's fantastic. We've had V for Vendetta. We've had Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day.
Is it real, though? Because obviously I'm married. I'm not on the KC singles. This is a real thing, though. This isn't like AI-generated like things that people are just sending around saying it's on a KC singles page. Because I got my friend group, and we're all married, but somehow it's infiltrated into this one as well, and people are sending these people.
So, Boys in Blue, you get above 500 by July 4th. And your boy's going on KC singles, and we could have some comments. Could make the show really great. Somebody also says the mustard is a total Logan move.
Is it?
I don't know. We'll get to it, but let's talk Royals for a little bit before we go to break. Would you start trading now?
Well, yeah, I would start exploring everything right now. I think you have to. Mac, you're big on go ahead and making some of these
under
trades.
5.5 players untouchable on this roster.
On the Major League roster, I think you got Bobby right now. I think you have Jack Caglione right now.
Carter
and Michael. Those would be the...
Yeah, Carter maybe at this, but it's definitely Bobby. And no, you're not good enough to worry about bullpen arms at this point in time. Maybe, yeah, I would say under the 5.5 probably.
Yeah, I think it's the 4. Yeah, I think it's the Michael, Carter, Cags, and Bobby.
Yeah, I think
Vinny is not
fair.
on that list.
No, Vinny's not on that list at all.
Sal on that list?
Sadly, no, he's
not. He's not.
You trade your captain. I'm just getting this clarified.
Well, at this point in time, yeah, you're 20 and 30, and obviously he's got his beef with the manager that we heard about, this month, and so
he wouldn't be the one that, like, when I start the call, he's not the name that I'm saying, but if they ask that, I'm not saying, move along.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, well, let's talk.
Hey, are you interested in trading Salvi? Well, what are you going to offer me?
Exactly.
And that's how these
offer?
conversations take place. I guarantee you they've had trade talks literally on everybody. I know they have. I've talked to people over the years. Everybody calls everybody all the time about players, right? Hey, what would, even if they're joking, because I know Veach is taking calls. What do you want from Mahomes, right? And then he hangs up.
Half of your franchise.
Yeah, your whole franchise.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to own that franchise, you know? So you have stuff like that where ha-has, funnies, but I think you're at the point in time now where you have to start making roster changes because your minor league system is barren. There's nothing in the minor leagues right now that's ready to come up and make an impact. And so you need to start trading some of these guys to replenish your roster because you can't roll back into 2027 next year with the same group. I mean, just talking to people last night at Dayton Moore's Foundation and you know, a lot of baseball fans there, obviously, a lot of former Royals there. Every single person is upset in a different way than I've ever experienced before here in Kansas City with the Royals. A lot of times, it's the same old Royals. This is downright anger and pissed offness that people have right now at this ball club because Kansas City doesn't like the product. They don't like the style of baseball right now. And I think the Royals are offering Kansas City a style of baseball that they don't want. It would be like a restaurant offering food that nobody wants and nobody goes. The Royals are offering a product that nobody wants right now. They want normal baseball. And until the Royals start supplying normal baseball, you're going to turn a lot of fans off. And so that's the message that I received last night from a lot of these fans is like, I'm turned off by this product. I don't like this product. I want regular baseball back. And so that's what the fans of Kansas City want. And the organization better get on board with that and start playing the baseball that the fans want because they're the customers. They're buying the tickets. And if they don't like the product, they're not going to go. And so at this point in time where you are as an organization, yeah, you got to have all the conversations in the world about making your roster better because I don't know how it's going to get better going forward.
This is a great take from Casey Kurt. Royals need to trade Michael Wacha while they still can.
Good call.
He's having a great year and turns 35 in July.
Dude, sell high right now.
Sell.
Yes.
Great text, Kurt. Great text.
Yes,
Those are the type of moves we need to make. There's going to be a team out there right now that needs starting pitching as we get closer and closer to the trade deadline. You start to look at those teams that are winning. Everybody needs pitching. Wacha could be your most valuable piece this year. Yeah, he's a great trade chip to have. Yeah, love it.
Is there any return you can still get for Reagans with the way his season's transpired? I mean, I know it's something, but not what it was.
Not what it was.
Is it
you
still
need him
something
to come
worth
back
it?
and get really hot before July 31st.
Yeah,
or August.
That's exactly right. Okay, great.
Yep, he's got to come back and show because look, man, that guy's been shelved a lot of times with elbows. 2 Tommy John surgeries, and now he's got another elbow issue.
Only 28.
That's why you should have traded Chris Bubich or Noah Cameron this offseason too. Like they sat on their hands and didn't make their roster better with pieces that they had that they could have made their roster better with, right? And talking to people last night, you're like, why didn't they trade Vinny and just move Kaggs to first base this year?
Someone also mentions that Wacha does have another year on his contract, too.
Which makes him more valuable to trade, too. That's a great point. You can get better players back in return because there's controllability moving forward for Michael Wacha, too. It's not a one-year rental.
No question, no excuse, honestly. The more I think about it, the more this makes sense. You kind of have to do that.
Yeah.
913-586-7965. Give us your hot take. We'll read it on the air because last night Bob and I walked around and we got some hot takes last night that we're going to read next on the air from the Dayton Moore Foundation. See you in the major leagues. Boy, are there some that are hot. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jack Caglione, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Weekday morning starting at 6 right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens. You know me, I love doing golf things. I love talking golf, playing golf, and I love having Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka on the golf course, and you can do it too this season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. So this spring, look out for the brand new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry iced tea and lemonade, and oh yeah, blackberry iced tea and lemonade, because there's no bubbles, no troubles. Cheers to hitting the fairways, and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Heartland Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Hey guys, this is Rob Brennan from The Drive on 96.5 The Fan, and we're excited to announce the launch of Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series documenting the run-up to the upcoming World Cup with our friends over at 98.1 KMBZ.
And I'm Scott Parks from Dane & Parks on KMBZ. Beyond the Pitch KC features the biggest names who helped make the World Cup in Kansas City possible. And there was a lot of work, plus the major storylines heading into this summer's tournament.
This is so much more. This isn't just a podcast about soccer.
No, you're right, Rob. It's a podcast about Kansas City, for Kansas City, telling the story of how our town is hosting the world's biggest sporting event.
New episodes drop every Wednesday starting on March 4th, along with video clips that can be seen on 96.5 The Fan and KMBZ social channels.
So make sure you subscribe. Download Beyond the Pitch KC with Rob Brennan and myself, Scott Parks, on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This Memorial Day, make your home the one neighbors notice. At Lowe's, when you have a budget, we have extra big deals. For a very limited time, get 50% off all Holland pavers to reinvent your outdoor space. Plus, keep it fresh around the house with your choice of a select Ego 56-volt trimmer or blower kit for just $169. This Memorial Day, our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/25, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
It's the Hello Summer Sale at Target. Now through Monday, say hello to 30% off select shorts and sandals, women's dresses and skirts too. Say hello to 30% off select Threshold bedding and bath. Oh, and hello 20% off sunscreen. Spray, stick, lotion, or mist. It keeps the sun fun. The Hello Summer Sale ends Monday, and it's only at Target, where getting summer ready is just one quick stop away. Restrictions apply.
The right tools aren't optional. They're how the job gets done right. That's why a lot of us run with Napa for tools and equipment we can count on. From Milwaukee fuel sets, sockets, and impacts that deliver real power when you need it, to Carlisle hand tools built for precision, durability, and everyday use. It's professional-grade gear that keeps your bays moving and your business running strong. So when you need the right tool, right now, you know where to go. Napa.
This is the highlight of my morning. Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
And you've got that nice golden fluffy egg.
With a soft, flaky biscuit.
Crispy bacon.
Melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Did your HVAC struggle through this rough winter? When it comes to your home comfort, trust the local experts at Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter. Right now, you can save up to $2,000 on a new HVAC system with our trade-in allowance program. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 five-star reviews, plus our exceptional service guarantee, means you get safe, reliable service and peace of mind. Visit callhamilton.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit swlinjurylaw.com.
On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Hot take time. That was our job last night as we walked around and asked all the people what their hot take was. They gave us 10 bones, and they got a free meal at Chick-fil-A.
That's right. Valued at $12, too, so they made $2 on the deal.
Hot take from the 913. Talking about fans turning off. We were supposed to go to the Royals game tonight and tomorrow, but chose to spend money on the KC Mavericks tickets instead.
Wow.
Hot take.
KC Mavericks getting their money over the Royals. That's dangerous.
Yeah, that is really bad.
One word for that, for me, dangerous. That's where the fan base is. No offense to the Mavericks or anything. They're in the playoffs, and it's outstanding.
Yeah, playoff hockey's awesome.
But, you know, it's a small venue, right? And it's minor league. The Royals are, you know, major league. And you're choosing to spend your money on that over the major league product. And people have a certain amount of money that they can spend. And if you get people to start spending their money elsewhere, it's going to be doubly hard to get them back to spend money at your place.
The Royals have the best player in the AL, and people are choosing to go watch minor league hockey.
Yeah, that's a great point, Mac.
I would also say that I don't think that's a fully true statement because hockey's played indoors, and we do have rain in the forecast, so maybe you're trying to
Some weather.
play the safe way, you know? But more power to you. Do what you want with your money. That's
right.
The one rule in life. So we asked some people about some hot takes. I don't know if you can start off with a hotter take than this. This comes from Nick, who was at Topgolf last night. Sauce on food is overrated.
That was the first one we got out of the gate, and I looked at Dusty, and I go, this is going to be tough to beat this one.
That means no sweet and sour sauce with your nuggies.
That means, like, no mustard on your hot dog.
Or your half
sandwich.
Right there. And welcome back. No, like, teriyaki sauce on a chicken breast. No,
Nothing,
sauce
like,
on food.
Nothing.
That is a take I can't get behind. But again, like maybe they just value the true taste of food.
Maybe they like the meat the way it's supposed to be served, the veggies the way that it's supposed to be served. But no, I thought that was a really hot take. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. No sauce on food. No, it's okay. That's fine. That's your prerogative. Hot take. Yeah, you better believe it is. Yeah.
This one comes from Quentin. The Bills won't win a Super Bowl as long as Patrick Mahomes is alive.
Love it.
Well,
they
odds would say yes.
They weren't winning Super Bowls. BM.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly right. So, yeah, that's a good one. I like that take. I think that's fair. As long as he's alive. Patrick Mahomes is 90. The Bills still haven't won a Super Bowl.
This comes from the guys of, I want to say Baker. They're the baseball team. They have a bunch of like youth baseball team guys out there. Chick-fil-A has the best spicy chicken sandwich of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bring up the 1999 crispy chicken spicy version Wendy's sandwich because that was the GOAT for probably.
Yeah, the Wendy's spicy chicken was
something. But they changed it.
They did. You're right.
They changed it, and it's like
it was orange, wasn't it? Like,
I don't know, but it was crispy and it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
And it was perfect. It was lettuce, tomato, mayo.
Yeah, it was. You're right, man. That spicy chicken
sounds incredible.
Oh, it was the
You
best.
never had that Wendy's spicy chicken back in the day.
Man.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
From about 95 to 2006.
Nope, you didn't.
That's the only thing.
Probably wasn't doing
I
spicy
ate at
chicken at
Wendy's.
6.
Jeff Mann, my stepdad. Dave's Double. Mom, single burger. Junior bacon cheeseburger for sis. Dusty, what do you want? Didn't even have to ask. Didn't even have to ask me what I wanted. They just brought it home. I was like, perfect.
I think everybody back in the day went to Wendy's just for the spicy chicken sandwich, right? And then, what did they do? They changed it up or something, and then it was gone. But that thing, that was the OG, man, of the spicy chicken sandwich. And now, Chick-fil-A has taken it to a different level, obviously. But, man, when that first thing came out with Wendy's, that was good.
Yeah, and to the text line, the Popeyes chicken sandwich is right there. I mean, it is
So
now
good.
the Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. This comes from one of our people last night. Nuts don't belong in any baked goods ever.
So like the nuts on top of brownies, the banana nut bread, just banana bread.
Interesting.
I'm all in for this.
I'm okay
I don't
with
want that surprise landmine that's going to like take away the soft and the goodness of that baked good with like an almond and I don't hate almonds. I think they're great on their own. But like I don't need it in my baked goods.
I guess I never really thought about it. And when she said that to us last night, I was trying to think of like the comeback, and I'm like, yeah, other than banana nut bread, like I don't need nuts in my brownies.
This one comes from the text line. Mendoza wins the Super Bowl before Allen and Burrow.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Not only did he go through Patrick Mahomes in his own division, he would then win a Super Bowl before Burrow and Allen, who are also in the AFC.
Probably have to beat
I
one
like
of them.
that one, though. That's a good hot take.
That's a very good hot take.
You know,
That's fun.
But let's talk about that one for a second, okay? Nah, let's not. There's no chance. But I don't know. I mean,
gun.
Is there a chance?
Oh, absolutely. Their rebuild. Clint Kubiak could be the real deal, man.
Could be.
Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, right off the top. If Fernando Mendoza's good, they spent money on the offensive line.
You know what's interesting about the Raiders right now, and I think this is fascinating. It looks like, Lloyd Christmas over there, Sport Clips haircut guy, he's going to be selling this team sooner rather than later. He sold off more of this team in the last couple of weeks.
Just do it.
And he's 72 years old. And I was actually sad when I read the story. No kids, no wife, no nothing. He's got nothing from an heir standpoint, right? No family. Everybody's dead. He's all by himself. He's 72 years old. If I was Al Davis Jr. or whatever that guy's name is, Ray Davis, I don't know what his name is. What is his name? Mark Davis? I would sell that team right now and take all my money and live the rest of my life free and clear, man, and not worrying about that football team. Because, again, as we know with Kyle Busch, right, life is very short. That guy with that haircut made it to 72 years old. If I was him, man, sell all of it. Maybe you keep 10% just so you can kind of keep it for yourself or whatever. But I'd be bouncing on that franchise. And so maybe with a change of ownership, maybe things do get better out there in Raiderville.
This comes from Janae's family. Stags will beat the Wildcats.
I like it. Let's go.
As they head to Emporia to go on their state championship run at Miege for their baseball team. This comes from Janae as well. Cags will finish with the second highest batting average on the Royals roster this year.
I don't think that's a hot take.
I believe he's currently fourth. If I'm right, I think it's Bobby, Kyle Isbell, Garcia, and Cags. I think they're your top four batting average leaders on this team.
Now, let me ask you this. Will he have enough qualified at bats?
You dog. This from Kobe. Pro athletes are underpaid.
And I said, explain. And he goes, well, I wrote a thesis on this in college. So I'm like, all right.
He then doubled down and said, so he got two. So he got 2 gift cards.
And it was based on how much money these teams are making versus the percentage that the athletes get. He's like, they should be getting a lot more than a 50% share because they're the product out here, And he's not wrong by that.
And if we're ready to piss some doctors and surgeons off with this one, he doubled down and then said, it's harder to play quarterback in the NFL than it is to become a brain surgeon.
Again, looking at the numbers, he's not wrong. The Royals would agree with that because that's a numbers-based thing.
He said, there's probably 65 active quarterbacks in the NFL?
Right.
And there's how many brain surgeons?
Yeah.
That was what his response was. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just saying that's what we were told.
If you're doing off percentages like that, sure.
Yeah, exactly. If you're doing,
you'd have to define what is hard. Yeah, you'd have to define what is difficult. Yeah. It'd get pretty interesting there pretty quickly if you really wanted to have a deep dive on that one.
But at the end of the day, though, like a brain surgeon is life and death, right? A quarterback is not life and death. And so that's why the doctor and the brain surgeon makes that thing harder, right? Yes, more people may be doing it.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean it's an easier job with less stress. If you're a brain surgeon and you're operating on somebody's brain and you make a mistake, you lose that person. You make a mistake at a football game, somebody in the upper deck gets pissed off and rips you on Twitter.
This one comes from Braxton Jett. Cags needs to lead off. It worked with Ohtani.
I don't mind that one at all. I like that one. I think that would be good.
Where's Kyle Schwarber hit?
That leads off.
Is he leading off for the Phillies right now?
Has been.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ohtani part of that is what makes it the hot take.
Yeah. What's wrong, though, with putting Jack Caglione at the top of the lineup and having him lead off. I mean, how many guys we talked to last night, Dusty, that were former Major League Baseball players that were talking about the lineup and going, their lineup philosophy is stupid. Let's lengthen the lineup a little bit. We even had one gentleman tell us, why don't we have Lane Thomas lead off, then Mike Kell second, then Bobby third, and now you're lengthening that lineup at the end. I don't hate that idea. I don't hate the idea of Jack Caglione batting leadoff either. I think that would be a great idea for this Royals organization. Again, right now, no idea is a bad idea because what you're doing is bad.
This comes from the text line. Mark Davis gets a new haircut before Mendoza has a winning record.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Great hot take, though.
It's good. I like it. It's funny.
This one came from Sam for all you shot takers out there. Ruppelmans are the best shot to take.
I don't mind Ruppelmans.
I don't either.
I don't. I like it.
Back when your boy was pounding P-Funk cigs,
gosh, yeah.
I was taking a shot of Ruppelmans after every cig so I could go and talk to people / girls and not have terrible breath. Little did I know Ruppelmans is 100 proof, and I would be cross-eyed by the end of the night.
You were treating it like Listerine.
It didn't matter what. My breath could have smelled like lilacs, and they'd have been like, your eye is here and your other eye is
there,
over there,
yeah.
and your knees are wobbly.
What is the best shot, though?
Tequila.
Okay.
No
it
question
has to be
about it.
Good tequila, though. I'm not doing any of that.
No, I'm not doing.
stuff
I mean,
with
I'm
the
not doing
worm.
Cuervo, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll stump down to Patron, but chill it, give me a lime, and let's go.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing better to me than a nice chill tequila shot.
Mac, what about you?
I mean, green tea is great. I'm fine with anything like that. I'm not like, I need a whiskey shot. Yeah, lemon drop, green tea, give me something sweet. Rumpelmints, absolutely. Yeah, tequila's fine. Got to be good tequila.
Where are you on Goldschlager?
Is that still around?
I think so.
I feel like I've had it.
Maloney
It's the one
packs
that
that in
has,
his
like,
car.
A little gold. Yeah.
The flakes cut your throat.
Yeah, that's what they used to tell us. The flakes would cut your throat, and the alcohol would go into the cuts, and you would get drunk faster. I'm not kidding. Like, these were the myths that people would tell back in the day. Oh, yeah, the Goldschlager rips your throat, cuts your throat, opens it up. It's an open wound. You drink it. The alcohol goes in. You get drunk faster. Okay. Give me another one.
Sweet.
I'll try that.
Somebody says you got to do the fire and ice shot. Half Ruppelmans, half Fireball.
That sounds really good.
That sounds like a great, Chiefs parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
30 degrees outside.
Oh, that's fantastic. Because I was going to say Fireball is the one, as long as Blaze doesn't come by and take the bottle and chug it with his mouth.
If your name is Blaze, you have to drink Fireball.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he was at Roman's graduation party wearing a Cam Scattaboo jersey.
Oh, jersey.
Okay.
That's a look, dude.
There you go, Blaze.
This comes from Andrew. Drew Brees is the second greatest quarterback of all time. We, of course, then asked, who's won? He goes, Brady, duh.
Well, if you said Brees was two, I was curious and who was number one would
glad
be.
you guys asked.
I said, so you're a Saints fan? Oh, yeah. So that's why he said that. But, Drew Brees is another one of those guys because he didn't win enough championships, And Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, all these guys that have won more than two have kind of ruined it for everybody else. And we totally forget about a guy like Drew Brees.
This comes from the text line, my hot take from the 816. Dusty meets a cougar on KC singles that shows him some real discipline. Spank me, mama. This one comes from Jonathan. MU is better on all fronts than KU. Said even basketball head coach? He said, I said all fronts.
Okay. Alrighty.
And our last one comes from Adam. He says money is overrated because he read the book Sapiens. On that note,
yeah, we don't need to get into that.
This is a good one from 816. Emmett Johnson becomes the lead back before the end of the season. Due to Ken Walker getting hurt.
Oh, no, I don't want that take. That's not a hot take. That's a bad take.
I mean, it is a hot take, but yeah.
Yeah, but don't say that out loud.
Yeah.
Knock on all the wood.
Fireball is only good in the winter / cold weather. I don't hate that take.
I don't hate that take
I'm not
either.
taking Fireball in the middle of August.
Ugh, I don't hate that take either.
Don't twist my arm.
Yeah, but like at a Chiefs game, it's different. We always do a shot before we go in for good luck. Say that out loud, Bob. We always do a fireball before we go into the Chiefs game for good luck, and I'm just spewing that like it's common practice.
Fact.
But you know how many people are nodding their heads right? Oh yeah, we do the same thing. Yeah.
Didn't work this year, but the luck will come back.
Yeah, it will. But everybody's going, oh yeah, that's right. We do the same thing as we walk. There's more fireball consumed at Arrowhead than anywhere else on planet Earth. I'm convinced of that.
This is a good hot take from the 816. Dixon Mayaz wins Rookie of the Year over Love.
Grow up.
There aren't a lot of big name tight ends anymore. Everyone would love to have Kenyon Sadiq, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll see. I think that Dixon Mayaz is definitely swarm. I think he would fit in. Blake Fisher, swing tackle. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think that Dixon Mayaz is definitely swarm.
Who is
I think he would fit in.
That's Aaron
Dixon?
Ladd for the
Aaron
Texans.
Ladd?
For the Texans.
The guy used to be here at 41
The guy
now in
that-
Columbia.
All right,
I think that Dixon Mayaz is definitely...
Aaron Wilson.
Aaron Wilson, thank you. I was like, I know it's Aaron.
Was he being serious again by that?
That was
That was just a live read.
Yeah, Aaron
It's like-
Wilson. My apologies.
It's like Ron Burgundy saying, "Stay classy, San Diego. Go F yourself." Somebody says, my hot take is Q would sit Mahomes every other game. He would only play 8 games per year. Analytics.
Yes.
Well, we saw Creed Humphrey throw out the first pitch, and we realized he was left-handed yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, boy, you got to hope no defensive linemen are lefties. He wouldn't be able to play on that play. Here come the Raiders subbing in a left-handed defensive tackle. Creed, get out!
Right.
Q said so. Get out.
Ooh, I like this. From the 913, hot take, cheesecake is a pie, not a cake. Your eyes just went wide, so I know you're thinking.
Oh, it's a good one. Yeah, it really is.
Or is it just a dessert?
Could be a dessert.
Do you have to classify what it is?
Oh, gosh.
I love cheesecake.
I do too.
At the Jamaican resort, it was perfect. They had little cheesecake bites.
Oh, that's good. That's
One
all you
night it
need,
was
yeah.
Oreo, and I never saw it
Oh,
again.
my gosh.
And I was disappointed. And then the next night they had a little one with blueberries, fresh
Hell yes.
blueberries. They have to pay for it because they're like $8.99 a pound right now at the produce section. I love blueberries.
Growing some in my raised beds this year. I hope they work out.
You should.
Do you need sunlight for blueberries?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm screwed.
I don't know if this is Brock or Watson on the text line. Dusty, you can't say a fireball shot on hole 9 at Shamrock during a midsummer golf tournament isn't good. You're not wrong. I will tell you, I retract my take because it's every time. Here we go. It's like, man. It's like, dude, you live like 5 minutes away. You're good.
Yeah, but your take isn't wrong, right? Today at 8 o'clock on a Friday morning, your take is not wrong. 3 o'clock Friday on a golf course, somebody's passing that fireball later on, you're taking it. You know, like your take is right now, but when you're in the moment, we know how it is.
Of course.
Yeah.
We all been there.
Somebody says, now I want some hot tamales. Talking about all those hot takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can give us yours. We saw one on the text line that says John Harbaugh wins the Super Bowl with the Giants before Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens.
I don't know that that's necessarily a hot take. Which would you put your money on?
It was
right
before
now?
Lamar. Who wins before Lamar?
Harbaugh with the Giants wins before Lamar with Baltimore.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all.
I don't hate that take, no.
No, I think that's a really fun take.
Today, right now, today, would you rather have Jackson Dart or Lamar Jackson?
Oh, that's tough for me.
I think Lamar's special. I think Jackson Dart's really good. I'm
need
going to
another
go
year.
Lamar. Yeah, I need more.
I am. I'm going to go Lamar.
I haven't seen him. Yeah.
Let me see what happens this year with Jackson Dart.
Which may be without Malik Neighbors. John
I
Harbaugh
know, this
said
is-
He said
yesterday
it's not a normal knee
It
injury.
was
Yeah.
not a simple knee injury. They don't know when he'll be back.
Yeah, they're hoping for the start of training camp right now with him.
Yeesh, I don't like that.
Because he had a cleanup the other day. He didn't go to jail after his cleanup, but he had another cleanup. And so, or when they call it a cleanup, it's surgery. I hate when they say, that's a cleanup. No, it's surgery. You're going in there, right? And so, they're like, I don't think he's going to be ready. So that's a fantasy football type of thing, right? You got to be careful. If you're drafting Malik Neighbors early this year, he may not be 100% ready.
This one sounds like somebody's already been in their garage this morning from the 816. Does penguin taste like chicken or fish? I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about a little penguin.
All right, can you eat penguin? Or
No.
are they considered endangered? And do people eat penguins?
No, I hope not.
Do whales eat penguins?
No, but
today we have a
killer
nice,
whales do.
grilled penguin on the menu.
Yeah. No, aside from historical emergency scenarios, no. This
do
is
not
not a thing
eat
people
penguins.
consume. No.
What do you think a penguin tastes like, though?
Chicken or fish?
Penguin's meat is described as greasy, oily, and intensely fishy.
Ugh, so it's fish. There you go.
Just stop. Don't eat them.
Kind of like bear meat. Bear meat tastes like, allegedly,
Really?
whatever it's eaten. So a lot of times it's trash. And people will eat it tastes like garbage because they're eating garbage.
Mac, you need to listen to True Green Thumb, our buddy. Yes, you need sun for blueberries. Plus, dead hedging and trimming throughout year helps for get more fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to deadhead all that stuff.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I'll have to look up what. Thank you, True Green Thumb. I appreciate that. Yes. Still learning.
Somebody says their hot take is the Chiefs will release Rasheed Rice after this year, but he will return before he retires.
I like that one. That's a good one, man. That's such a good one. It's classic
so good
Chiefs.
It's true. Exactly. Yeah.
Classic Chiefs. It's a great one. Hey, real quick, this is from the Dan Patrick Show. You guys got to choose your take. Not a hot take. You got to choose your take. Last night at MSG, which celeb pair are you sitting next to? And I want your answers in the text line as well. Which pair are you sitting next to? Bateman Sudeikis, Chalamet Jenner, Tracy Morgan Ben Stiller, Spike Lee John McEnroe.
Ooh,
Lee and McEnroe.
Yeah,
okay.
see, I would
because I want to know who McEnroe is. I don't know who he is.
You asked me, is McEnroe a good dude? I'm like, I don't really know.
But
I would go with
by-
Tracy Morgan and Ben Stiller.
Because I thought
I'd go Bateman Sudeikis.
I thought Chalamet and Jenner are done.
There were rumblings, but they were there.
I thought he put a post out that said, "We are no longer together, but we remain very close friends."
Oh, wow.
That never works.
No.
Yeah, it still says they're together. Who knows?
Huh. Who cares, actually?
Yeah, that's a better way to
Honestly,
phrase it. Yeah.
That is the hot take edition. Thanks to all the people that discussed. Last night, we get into another discussion on the other side, what you would tell yourself of the past here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
If you're looking for new work, Gann Asphalt and Concrete is seeking motivated candidates to add value to their business and, of course, their clients. They give top pay in the industry. They have health, vision, dental insurance, paid time off, and, of course, advancement opportunities. Work with a great local company who wants to see you grow with them. Go to GannAsphalt.com and find out how this new career opportunity can work out for you. Gann Asphalt, one contractor, all things parking lot.
You've heard Cody and I talk about our friends over at Centric, and they're gearing up for an AI sales event on Thursday, May 28th.
They'll teach you how to use AI as a daily sales assistant, draft emails, prep calls, maybe do prospect research, strengthen follow-ups, or even apply AI to help you analyze deals and pipelines. They can do all of that over at Centric.
They'll even help you build repeatable AI sales workflows that support your daily selling activities. So take part in the AI sales event over at Centric, Thursday, May 28th. Go to Centric.com.
Hey, it's Rex here with Rex Buys KC. I get it. Selling your house can sometimes feel overwhelming or scary, right? I've seen it too many times. A homeowner thought they had a deal, only to have the buyer back out at the last minute. That's not how we do business at Rex Buys KC. I'm local, I know Kansas City, and I make sure every deal actually closes like it's supposed to. No hidden fees, no showings, no last-minute surprises, just a fair cash offer and a process you can count on. We buy homes in any condition and judgment-free. So whether your house needs repairs or you just want a fast, hassle-free sale, we can make it happen. If you want certainty, transparency, and someone local who actually delivers, call 816-330-6000 or visit rexbuyskc.com. Rex Buys KC, helping people make smart choices one home at a time. 816-330-6000 or rexbuyskc.com.
Hey, it's Rob Britton from The Drive on 96.5 The Fan, and we're excited to announce the launch of Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series documenting the run-up to the World Cup with our friends over at 98.1 KMBZ.
And Rob, I'm Scott Parks from Dan Parks on KMBZ. Beyond the Pitch KC will feature the biggest names who made the World Cup in Kansas City possible, plus the biggest storylines heading into this summer's tournament. This is not a podcast about soccer. Don't get us wrong. This is a podcast about Kansas City. This is a podcast for Kansas City. And this is a podcast that'll tell the story of how our town is hosting the world's biggest sporting event.
New episodes will be released every Wednesday starting on March 4th, as well as video clips that can be seen on 96.5 The Fan and KMBZ's social channels.
Subscribe and download to Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series with myself and Rob Breton on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know that Chick-fil-A sells more than chicken, right?
Hello, my name is Jaleesa, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit is how it's all of my favorite breakfast items in one good bite. That fluffy egg, that melty cheese with that perfectly grilled sausage. It just gives you that warmth, that comfort food that you love. It is the best possible option for a classic breakfast.
Comfort is calling. Order a Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The wild weather this spring has brought hail to New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola. What that means is they've got plenty of new and used cars and trucks with light cosmetic hail damage. New Century is having a hail of a sale to clear them all out. You can save as much as $15,000 and still receive all the factory incentives. The hail of a sale will not last long at New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Remember, you always pay less in Paola. See dealer for details.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola. You'll always pay less in Paola. Missouri side 70 eastbound, slows past 40 highway. Pretty heavy from Noland over towards Lee's Summit, with an accident now just blocking the right lane. Spring hail means big savings at New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola. Save up to $15,000 on hail-damaged new and used vehicles, plus all factory incentives. But this hail of a sale won't last long. New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola. You'll always pay less in Paola. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
You can't make this stuff up. Because our top text on the text line from the 913, that sandwich and mustard being left out is ridiculous and rude. However, did any of you three throw it away, or is it still there? It might be someone's lunch, so
Yeah.
I didn't pay for it.
Right.
Now, if it's still there at the end of the show, we'll throw it away. But we did get some breaking news on the sandwich.
There is some breaking news. I ran into Steven Spector, our boss, when we were out there on break. And I said, do you know whose sandwich this is? He goes, is this the one you were talking about? I said, yeah. So he gets up to it. He starts to analyze the sandwich. He goes, I may have this dusted for Prince, but I think he is going to call in to the company kitchen people and get the video so we can see who is, because I'm sure a lot of offices have these now. It's basically an honor system to pay. You get it, you scan it, you pay it. You know, it's not an actual vending machine.
Oh, you're supposed to pay?
Yeah, you are. Absolutely. Yeah, right. It's not like Boomer Esiason thought it was free. I mean, he took it that. So I went to Spec. I said, you remember the Boomer video? I said, we need to find out who this is that ate half. And there's crumbs everywhere too now. That's the other thing. It was like the way that the sandwich is positioned with the mustard next to it and the crumbs everywhere. It was like either somebody, like, all of a sudden bowel movement came on, you know, or it was like all of a sudden there was a Mayday and everybody had to run out of the building because it was on fire or something like that. And that thing was just left preserved. And years later, we'll go back and look at that and go, man, that guy was sitting there with that ham sandwich before this building caught on fire. And it will be a relic. That's what it looks like. It's been sitting there.
Mac, you don't drink coffee. Does Siobhan?
Yes.
Do you grind
religiously?
The beans?
No.
You should start.
Okay.
Because somebody says you also need acidic soil for blueberries to grow properly.
Yeah, you put your old coffee grounds in the soil, yeah.
And then take a little hoe out there and, mix it up.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So it looks like you're going to start drinking coffee. You should. It'll change your life. But also will mess up your guts. from True Green Thumb again for best results. Make sure your raised bed with the blueberries drains well, too, Mac. So there you go. We'll get some more investigative information on this sandwich that is driving us mad. My stepdad, Jeff, sent me a text, said the best shot you can take, Wild Turkey 101. So for my 21st, we flew to Vegas. I've told that story. The actual night of my 21st, the next night, we went to Coyote Ugly. He got me a 202 shot, a double Wild Turkey 101. I said, do you hate me?
Yes.
Yeah, it was warm.
202 is nice.
You're a madman, Jeff. You're a mad man for that. All right, so this is on Twitter. You meet your 18-year-old self. You're allowed 3 words. What do you say?
Have self-confidence.
Oh, I like that. Mine is take school serious. I did not my senior year. I spent my entire senior year being a teacher's aide for each semester, taking social dance, outdoor education, physical education too. All the class. I think I took like American literature, which was a great class. Shout out Miss Wiley. She taught us everything from like the 30s to the 59. And our final was bring one topping for a Sunday. We all made Sundays and listened to doo-wop music.
Oh, that's cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's how you win a class over. That's really understanding the kids and because you're walking away from that class 30 years later, 20 years later, whatever it is for you, and you're still talking about that teacher because of that impact that they made on you by doing some things a little bit different and not by the book, right? And that's cool.
Miss
Teachers
Wiley,
like that are great.
Miss Wiley and Miss Creech, man. A lot of people thought they were mean and tough, but they were good at what they did because they got people to listen. And I wish I would have taken school more seriously my senior year and taken like college prep classes and graduated high school with like 12 college credit hours because you know how it is. That's a semester in college. So now you're on track to do it. But again, you play the butterfly effect. If I do that, am I here today?
Right, exactly.
But I always tell people, like, high school is not hard. It's the attention. That's the tough thing you got to accomplish because you want to go hang out with your friends. You want to do this. But damn it, if you can get a good ACT score or SAT score and you can take a couple college courses, it's cheaper in the long run, it's better in the long run, and you're better for it. So I would take school seriously. And yes, I purposely spelled school wrong.
Yeah,
Matt,
I loved that.
What did you tell your yesterday self?
Oh, man. Oh, come on. 10 years is a long time. I mean,
Dusty, you laughed first.
that was on purpose.
10 years.
Glad that guy's got you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's funny. For you, yes, 10 years is a long time.
Well, I said it on purpose because obviously,
30. It's just funny. It's just like 10 years is a long time.
Yes, because it's not for everyone. Yes. I would say learn yourself. It's 2 words, but yeah.
No, learn yourself. That's 3
yourself's
words.
1 word. I think. But either way.
No, I think if you're saying
take school serious,
this is yourself.
Yes, exactly.
But learn yourself. I think. Maybe
learn,
I don't know. I could
either
be wrong,
way. I would learn my emotions. Yeah, learn who I am more. I'm still. I mean, obviously, it's a lifelong battle. But yeah, I would just say that's going to be.
Look, dude, you and I have talked about it. I'm 20 years older than you, and I've just told you I found out recently who I am in my late 40s. It's a process. It's a lifetime of kind of learning of who you are. And so if you're 27 years old and you don't know who you are, you're 37 years old and you don't know who you are. That's fine. You don't have to know. You don't really understand who you are until you get much older. And then you can say, okay, now I understand things a lot better.
It's
just don't worry about that.
Yeah, emotionally, it's just, it comes up so often in your relationships, communication, whether that be romantic or work life. It's just, you got to know who you are to be able to navigate all those things. And so that's something that working on every day.
Yeah. I wish I would have had that mindset when I was your age.
Because I had I don't know, I knew what I wanted to do since I was 8 years old. I quit sports to do it. Yeah. I did the things, but I was not doing other things that I really could have done. Good, you're good at the broadcasting stuff. You'll get there eventually, but you're not going to be able to be the broadcaster you could be without learning yourself, how you communicate, how you hear, all those sorts of things, emotionally process stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody's 3 words they would tell their 18 self: buy effing Bitcoin.
That is funny though, because stuff like that you look back on, and our friend Ben Maller has told the story about his brother. He's never worked a day in his life because he took all his bar mitzvah money and bought Apple stock with it 40 years ago, and has lived off that for his entire life.
Yeah, Yahoo, Google, Bitcoin was 913s.
I invested in some fruit company, and I mowed their lawns for free.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Somebody says, "Don't date Lisa."
I was going to come up with but what?
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Well, that one teacher taught you how to put it on a
Yeah, she did.
on a cucumber.
Miss Brennan. Yeah.
Here's how condoms work.
Thank you, Miss Brennan.
Yeah, another one says from the 816, different person, don't marry her. 913.
That's fantastic.
From the 913, don't sell dope.
Speaking of dope.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this story is true or not, but I laughed and I enjoyed every minute of it, and it was making its way around X today. And so I will just read it to you, and then you guys can determine whether or not it's true. It's from an account called the Cinestatic or something, and it says, Michelle Phillips reacting to seeing her acquaintance Harrison Ford suddenly becoming a movie star in Star Wars is still surreal to think about. Quote, I didn't even know Harrison was an actor. I remember getting dragged to Star Wars at 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning by my stepbrother who had done some animation for the movie. I was sitting there watching the screen, and all of a sudden Harrison comes on, and I gasped, and I said, that's my pot dealer.
That's awesome.
So before he made it big, Harrison Ford's out here selling weed.
Lay off the weed.
Yes.
Wrong answers only. Harrison Ford's weed would be called what?
That's a good one.
Clear and present ganja?
Indiana Stone.
Yes.
Right?
That's got to be the winner.
Wait, let's see. The Fugitive. There's a play on the Fugitive.
Blazed Runner?
Blazed,
Yep, that's
yeah.
a solid one. That's a solid one.
Yeah,
man.
that is a good one. The one-armed ganja.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good one. Man, there was something on
Indiana
here that was really,
Stoned.
Yeah, Indiana Stone.
That's great.
Yeah. So many movies he's been in.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a ton of movies that he's been in.
I'm gonna Han Solo this Jay. I'll be right back. So we'll get back into some serious sports stuff because that's what you all want, I'm sure. I'm kidding. Somebody says the B-252 bomber shot. It's 151 and 101.
Oh.
Light it on fire. It's horrible.
Ugh.
I will not do any of that.
Nope.
Oh, somebody had a hot take. They said Steven Spector will ditch the Jay Binkley song before the Chiefs ditch Rasheed Rice.
Ever.
We'll get into what Dan Hughes said on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan. Bring it in, fellas. Those are my three words. 96.5 The Fan, you're home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Tune in to hear Royals insider Josh Vernier every Monday at 8:20
Professor Vernier sitting up here, bloviating.
on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well,
Baseball season is.
I'll tell you, my friends over at Park and Go want to make your airport experience easy, and they do it. They do it for us all the time. I love the good folks over at Park and Go because, like I said, they make my airport experience easy. From the time I make my reservation at bookparkandgo.com to the time I drive home, it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience with Park and Go. And here's how it works. You make that flight reservation, then you make your parking reservation at bookparkandgo.com. Then you prepay because you're going to save a lot of money when you do that, and then you're ready to go. You show up on the day of your flight, you give them that reservation number, and they direct you to that all-covered parking spot for you. Every spot at Park and Go is covered, so you know your car is always going to be protected from the elements while you're out of town. Soon as you get to that covered parking space, the van meets you and takes you right to the airport terminal in no time at all. When you get back, the van's waiting outside. Just jump on it, and it's right back to the trunk of your car. So do what we did and join their frequent parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
What matters to you matters to us. That's why Busey Bank takes the time to understand your goals and build solutions that fit your story. From everyday banking to long-term planning, our team is here to help you navigate every stage with care and expertise. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbor, your advisor, and your advocate. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
When Kansas City storms roll through, hail and wind can damage your roof without you even realizing it. If your home was hit, call us at Century Roofing for a free inspection today. We handle every step with your insurance company, making the process stress-free and easy for you. For over 35 years and more than 35,000 roofs, we've been protecting Kansas City homes. Let us protect yours. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Baseball season is in full swing, and that means the summer heat is coming. The guys at Climate Control have been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years, and they know how to get your cooling system ready to handle our scorching hot summer weather. Stay cool and comfortable this summer. Call Climate Control today at 816-265-2830. 816-265-2830 for all your cooling, heating, and plumbing needs. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Chris Stegall lied about President Trump.
Donald Trump's not a conservative. I will not support Donald Trump.
And now he's lying about Nathan Willett.
Woke Willett spent $631,000 of your money on transgender outreach programs.
Those are flat-out lies from Chris Stegall, who attacks President Trump. And here's the proof. He voted against trans surgeries and trans bathrooms. Nathan Willett is a Christian, conservative, and seventh-generation North Missourian.
I'm Nathan Willett. I'll fight for President Trump, and I approve this message. Paid for by Nathan Willett for Congress.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEBNOW1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Paid for, client portrayal, and endorsement. Choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
After my car wreck, there was a lot I didn't know.
I do know. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side, 70 eastbound, heavy past 40 highway off of Onegin, slow over towards Lee Summit Road with an accident still blocking the right lane. Grain Valley into Blue Springs, 70 westbound, starts to slow at the Buckner exit. Bogs down approaching 7 highway with construction down to 1 left lane getting by. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Range Bait with Dusty Likens is now up on the Fan's YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter channels. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey Sports Station.
Coming up in about 10 minutes, we'll get to what Dan Hughes had to say earlier. If you missed it, tonight the Royals and Mariners start a 3-game series in Kansas City at 6:40. Josh Vernier, our Royals insider, who also probably loved the day off yesterday, Gets started at 5:30 tonight. The youngest team in baseball is your St. Louis Cardinals. I kid, Bob. And the oldest team is the Braves. So the age gap is about 4 years. 26.7 Cardinals, youngest team in baseball. Braves, oldest team in baseball at 30.5. The Royals land at 29.2. The thing I take away from this is you can't blame the youth when it comes to production, because if your team is older. Now, Michael Wacha has been great. I think Seth Lugo's been just fine. But Vinny Pasquantino and Salvador Perez have been very, very below average.
Yeah.
And you got to shake some things up. Vinny hit 7th, then got the day off. Then they had the team day off, obviously. And then tonight we will see where the lineup shakes out. If that game's at 6:40, that lineup will come out around 2 o'clock, I would believe. So I'm interested to see what they do with this lineup, because some people last night wanted to see Cags play every day the rest of the season. No excuses. Obviously, he'll get a day off when he's played 10 or 11 in a row. But maybe move the youth up, because it was interesting, because yesterday I had the topic of it's time to just let the kids hit 3rd and 4th or whatever you want to do. I want to see Cags and Carter hit together in the lineup, high up in the lineup, and let those veterans move down. In-house competition works, but it is not the youth that is lagging with this team. It is the veteran production.
Yeah, the veteran production just is not there right now, and the guys that you're counting on are the guys that really aren't producing at the top of the lineup, like Salvador Perez, like Vinny Pasquantino. Those are two guys that aren't getting it done. And as far as, this roster and where it is age-wise, I'm concerned, because next year could be a disaster area for this ball club with the way that this roster is right now. And you guys were talking earlier, and I think a good point, I think it was Mac that brought it up, or the text line, about potentially trading Michael Wacha now. And look, I think that's a must. I think you're making grave mistakes if you don't look to unload players on your roster right now, because this roster right now is not constructed properly to win at the big league level. And so the pieces that you do have, you need to try to get return on investment for those pieces. And Mac, I think you said Michael Wacha has another year left on his contract after this year. And that's great, because if you trade him now, you're not trading a rental, and you can conceivably get more back in return. It's like what the Tigers were talking about last year with Tarek Skubal. Should they have traded him last year at the trade deadline? Obviously, hindsight being 2020, where he is and where they are in the standings, yeah, they should have traded Tarek Skubal. Let's not make that same mistake here in Kansas City with Michael Wacha. And you're in a situation now where he's going to be a valuable commodity, I believe anyway, on the trade market for a contending team. Having him on your roster at the end of the season is malpractice by this organization.
Agree completely. It's ignoring the problem that is right in front of your face.
That's right.
And having the solution right there next to it. And you're ignoring both. You have got to strike while the iron's hot, and Michael Wacha is that iron. He's your one iron.
Right.
You've got to hope someone else, Cole Reagans, comes back, shows something. Maybe he can heat up his trade market. But that's a lot of what this season is for me. Those guys who are 27, 28 years old and up, hey, I hope you guys play really well, because hopefully before that trade deadline or next year in this offseason, whatever, you can go sell high on these guys, because that's the way you're going to replenish this team. That's the way you're going to build future and gain youth on this team. It's not through assets. It's not through draft picks. It's not through prospects in the system, because they don't got them.
They don't have them right now. There's nobody that's ready or near or close to being part of the big league ball club that's in the minor leagues. I go back to what Cody said the other day. It's like low A is where you've got your talent right now. Well, that's a couple of years. Well, it depends on who it is, but a couple of years away, most likely, before the majority of them even consider getting up to the big league level. So right now, I look at a roster that is aging, a roster that is losing, a roster that isn't constructed very well, and guys that are a little bit valuable to other teams more so than they are to you. And if you have those guys on your team, you can't be afford to sell. And you know what? The fans aren't going to be mad at you. You don't have to hang on because you want to continue to sell the fans that we got something going on here. Fans are already out on this team. And that's the beauty of it right now for the team. Like, oh, we don't want to trade these guys. We want to get people to come to the ballpark. No. Your fans are already done. They're out on you. They don't like this team. And so you now have a golden opportunity to trade some of these parts and maybe make your team better and win your fans back too. Because last night, and then you guys were there as well, there were a lot of ticked off people at this baseball club in a way that I haven't seen people ticked off at this baseball club. Like despondent almost,
Royals currently 20-30 on the season through 50 games. They're 8.5 games out of first place. They are 4.5, I believe, out of the wild card. I could double check that, so I'm not giving misinformation. But I believe that was the number as of yesterday. But obviously some teams played wild card.
What do you think about this from the 913?
4.5.
Okay, that's closer than I thought. 913, what do you think? It would be 2016 all over again when they don't trade anyone, and it set us back for years.
It did. That's exactly right.
That's a perfect comp.
And the difference is, though, and I'll give you some perspective on that one, and that was David Glass. They knew he was getting to the end, and they knew he didn't have many years left, and they wanted to be all in for him, and they wanted to try to win it one more time for him. And it didn't work out, right? It didn't work out, but you had those pieces still. Hosmer was still here. Moose was still here. Esky was still here. You went and traded for all of those relievers from San Diego, and they all came in and were terrible. But you also had injuries that year too, right? Kane got hurt, and I think Moose got hurt that year as well. And once they had those injuries and lost those two guys, the season pretty much was over. They still finished at 81 and 81 that year. But yeah, it's time to start making those moves because you want to learn from the past, right? You can look at that and go, man, we probably should have traded, but we pushed and we were all in. We're not in the same situation. John Sherman isn't getting ready to, sell the team or move on or anything like that. So there's no pressure like, oh, we've got to get this done for our owner at this point in time, like they felt in 2016. And he wanted to push in a little bit more. David Glass did at that time. Like, give him credit. He could have said trade everybody after that season. And they probably should have traded more guys after the 2015 season to keep this thing moving in the right direction, but they wanted to keep it together for the fans. The fans aren't in love with this ball club at all. They were in love with the 14 and 15 ball club. They loved the way that they played. They loved the grit, the hustle, the baseball that they played out there. The fan base feel for this team is a 180 compared to what it was for that team. And really, other than Bobby Witt and Jack Caglione at this point in time, guys, I don't think the fan base would be disappointed if anybody was traded off this roster right now. So you do have that golden opportunity where the fans aren't going to be ticked off if you trade guys.
It's definitely been a struggle bus. The Royals have 3 wins in their last 13 games. Want to bring this up. What pisses you guys off more, the receiver room around Patrick Mahomes the last 3 years, or the talent surrounded Bobby Witt Jr. the last 3 years?
Well, it's the talent around Bobby Witt Jr. because at least Mahomes was able to get to the Super Bowl, right, and win a Super Bowl with lesser talent. It's hard to do that when you're Bobby. Like, I watch Bobby Witt play baseball, and I feel like he's in a different game than everybody else.
For sure.
That's how good he is, right? He's fantastic, and he's up there. He gets hits. He makes plays, but you can't do it alone. You got to have help. You got to have some guys with you. So, yeah, I think the talent Patrick Mahomes is basically surrounded for 1 year by some subpar talent. They figured it out the last couple of years, right? But I think Bobby Witt, to me, yeah, you have not done a good enough job of surrounding him with the proper people. And you can do that by trading Michael Wacha and maybe getting a great second baseman in return or a big power-hitting outfielder bat in return. You hold all the cards right now. Wacha's going to be coveted by a playoff team.
Did you ask worse or hurts more?
What hurts more?
Mahomes hurts me more because I'm seeing him run around and get hurt and stuff like that, just the sport. But, yeah, which is worse? Yeah, Bobby. I mean, at least at some point, we could rattle off a few Hall of Famers that Mahomes has gotten to throw the ball to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Hall of Famers on defense that have helped him out and a Hall of Famer on the sidelines that have helped him out. Bobby's got nothing. He's fighting a battle by himself right now.
Yes.
We have great listeners on the text line that decided to chime in on the Harrison Ford weed names.
No, okay.
We have Han Toked First.
That's great.
We have Han Stone Low.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, just you wait.
Okay.
Spark of the Covenant. You want the last one?
Yes.
Return of the Red Eyes.
Yeah.
On that note, we'll be back with Dan Hughes on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty.
Brett Veach has the most underrated chest I've ever seen.
On your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control have done work at our house that I never thought was possible. They took a front lawn that looked like a barren wasteland and turned it into the best-looking lawn on the block. And if Aspen Lawn and Pest Control can do that with my yard, imagine what they can do with yours as well. These folks are all college-educated professionals, so they know exactly how to grow grass here in Kansas City. They study the soil, they study the climate, they study the seeds. They know everything about growing the best lawns. And if they can take my yard from being awful to the best lawn on the block, imagine what they can do for you. Also, what's cool about Aspen Lawn and Pest Control is the mosquito dome that we now have over our house. And they come out and they spray to keep the mosquitoes out, the ticks out, the fleas out, All of that stuff that's in your yard, you want it out. You want to be able to enjoy your outside, and you want to be able to have your pets be safe as well. Aspen Lawn and Pest Control makes that possible. Right now, they're going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. Just visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more. Getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99. It includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Lemonade! Fresh squeezed lemonade! Lemonade? Oh, nuts.
Is your business struggling to be seen? Not reaching the right customers?
Yeah.
Odyssey's here to help. Your one-stop shop for digital marketing.
Wait, really?
With targeted digital media, plus SEO, SEM, social, OTT, and more, we help your business reach the right audience and drive results.
Whoa, hey, one at a time.
Stop missing out on valuable customers. Visit digitallocalads.com to learn more about our local advertising solutions. That's digitallocalads.com.
Okay, people, line starts here.
Memorial Day's almost here, and I've got a better plan than sweating in the kitchen or over the grill. I'm letting Hy-Vee handle all of the food. I'm ordering my party trays right through the Hy-Vee app. Whether I want custom builds or their huge grab-and-go selection like charcuterie, wings, seafood, sandwiches, or smoked meat, it's all there. A quick stop at their massive wine and spirits department, and I'm done. One convenient stop for the perfect party. So this Memorial Day, let Hy-Vee handle everything, from the food to the beverages, only at Hy-Vee.
If the high cost of filling up is weighing you down, lighten your load this Memorial Day at Hy-Vee. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel with every $35 purchase. Stock up on groceries and stack up the fuel savings. Earn 25 cents per gallon with your $35 purchase, 50 cents per gallon with a $70 purchase, and so on. The more you spend, the more you'll save. Your next fill-up could be free. Don't miss the Memorial Day Fuel Saver event Monday, May 25th, only at Hy-Vee.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Today, expect a temperature of 73 with a possibility of rain showers.
Weather brought to you by Capital One. Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank guide. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Memorial Day weekend to all of you.
Come on.
Let's go.
Woo!
Hot dogs, burgers, brats.
Baby. Oh, yeah.
Smoked sausages,
America.
wings.
Smash.
All of it. It's a good cold side holiday.
Ooh, like a macaroni salad kind of thing?
Slaw, potato salad,
Yeah.
mac salad,
Yeah.
pasta salad, Nixon 4.
Make sure that's on ice.
Yeah, literally. And not mashed potatoes.
Not mashed potatoes. No. Any more updates on the sandwich person? The pig who left his sandwich in the break room.
I saw Inspector out there. I haven't heard any footage yet.
Okay, so he's sniffing around. He's trying to find out, get to the bottom of who left their sandwich out in the break room.
We're
A
gonna
lot
have
of
an
people
answer.
are saying it's Logan.
I know someone brought up, you were going through the examples earlier, Dusty. It was a half-eaten cheeseburger, a
Right.
half-eaten crunch wrap, and now a half-eaten sandwich.
And left out.
And left out,
left
crumbs
out.
everywhere along with the mustard. Like what was again? It almost looked like there was a Mayday, red alert, and Logan had to like sprint away from his turkey sandwich in the break room and just left it there for somebody else to clean up. Like it's not a restaurant. There's not a wait staff here. Clean up your own table, man. Bust your own crap.
I mean, we could just text him. And be like, hey, man,
You're right,
did
we
you have
could get a hold of
did
him.
you have a sandwich last night? I did. Oh, crap. Did I leave it out there?
The mystery's better, though.
It is.
It is, yeah. The mystery is a
mystery's
lot better. Yeah. It'll be better when we get the video. We can see who it is.
Because I do want to see how he exits the dining area. Is it in a frantic, coming back from break,
right?
Coming back, whatever it is, or is it just like, all right, see you later?
Because
Right.
I had to give Alex Gold my thing because Cody is like full on. It's Logan. And
Gotcha.
Alex is like, well, he eats in the studio. And I was like, well, he left last time in the studio.
Got in trouble for it.
And did he get in trouble?
I think we got reprimanded, or he got reprimanded for it. We don't eat in the studio. We've had that rule for 20 years here.
And now, half food left in studio, half food left outside of studio. So he learned his lesson-ish.
Yeah.
Again, I said this earlier, Royals 20 and 30. If the Royals get back to 500 before the 4th of July, I will put myself on the Kansas City singles page. And I'll let you guys come up with the description. So there's our show in a nutshell. Hopefully that happens because I would do anything.
Make it a date out of it.
Somebody says Logan must be Rasheed Rice's brother. Neither one can stay out of trouble.
Well, I mean, it's just like, who does something like that? What normal human being eats half a sandwich at work and then leaves a mess for somebody else to clean up? It's so rude. It's like, my wife and I joke about this with her. She'll take the trash out on Friday morning and then forget to put the trash bag back in because the trash goes out on Friday. I go, you did half the job, right? Taking out the trash is a two-part job. You take it out, and then you replace the bag. You can't do one without the other. It's not fair to the next person who just opens, now you throw it into an empty can.
Yeah,
right?
now I'm picking up it. Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So that's Logan Weber. I feel like I'm being a father at work, and I don't want to do that, okay? You ate half your sandwich. Now what are you going to do with the rest? Was he raised in a barn? Was he raised the right way to be doing stuff like this, where you just leave your mess at work and you expect somebody to come behind you and clean it up? I mean, come on, man. Whoever did that, whether it's Logan or somebody else, it's one of the more selfish things you can do. It really is.
Baseball news today around the MLB Royals again, 6:40 tonight against Seattle Mariners. You have Garrett Cole returns to the Yankees rotation tonight, as if they need any more help in that Studley rotation. Dodgers and Brewers face off for an NLCS rematch. Do we get it? Do we get Ohtani versus Miz in this series? Oh. You talk about must-see TV.
I know that would be really good. Yeah, if you had Mizorowski versus Ohtani, yeah, that would absolutely. See, that's fun. That's entertaining. That would be great to watch. I'd love to see something like that happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see if it is a possible matchup. I would think that if it is, it'd be like Sunday Night Baseball. Milwaukee. It's not in the first two games, and it is, I can't see it on the rest of the game, so I don't know where they are on Sunday, but I figure they would have played Sunday. Oh, yeah. Nope, Sunday. They do not face off. They don't even pitch in this series. Sunday is Yamamoto versus Sprout, S-P-R-O-A-T. Either way, we had Dan Hughes on the show earlier today. Always love having Dan join our show. We talk about what he said, what the situation could mean for Rasheed Rice when it comes to like a mentor.
You know, I kind of envision, obviously this won't happen, but I kind of envision like Andy Reid being the guy that's at the door when Rasheed Rice is released. And like that's kind of got to be the visual that Rasheed has got to have to circulate in his head right now. You know, when I walk out of these gates, who's that first person that I see? Now, physically, it's probably going to be a family member or maybe a chief security person or something like that. But mentally, the first person I need to see is Andy Reid. In my vision, in my head, visualizing what that conversation needs to be and when that eye contact hits. And even if Andy doesn't use the words, "Are we done yet?" that's got to be the mindset. And then how convincing am I going to be to Brett Veach, Andy Reid, Clark Hunt, the entire organization, so that they can, you know, basically still take another chance with me?
So I think that's interesting because I think we all have kind fathers, but I think at some point in our life, we've all pissed our dads off at some point. And for me, like I knew my mom was going to, you know, give me the SWAT, right? If
my mom broke more wooden spoons on my ass than anything.
And for me, it was more so like how my dad was going to talk to me when I got in trouble. And I think that's kind of the thing here with Rice, right? Like with the whole Andy Reid sort of analogy that Dana gives. And it's more so like, yeah, you know, like a teammate or a family member might come up to you. But then when like you see the presence of Andy Reid come up to you, you're like, oh, shoot, man, this is a guy that consistently gives people chances. I'm not, you know, worried about what mom's going to say or what, you know, whoever might say or teammate per se. But, man, when Andy Reid shows up, or it's one of those, I get it every once in a while here at the office where I'll walk by Speck's office and be like, hey, you come here real quick. And I'm like, oh, that tone. I don't like that tone. Because normally it's like, hey, man, hey, you got a second? And I'm like, oh, yeah, anytime. But when I hear the tone and I know what's coming of like, hey, you just can't say that around the office, or you can't have that sort of language when you're, you know, whatever, you know that like you're getting ready to get constructive criticism. And I really hope that feeling is in the gut of Rasheed Rice, because if it's not, then I have no hope. And that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to the point, because I don't think anyone ever fears Andy Reid. But I think that people fear disappointing Andy Reid.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, and I've said this 100 times, like I never got mad if like my mom yelled at me or my stepdad was, you know, hey, don't say that. I was always more disheveled when I heard we're not mad, we're just disappointed.
Right.
And it's like, okay.
We led you this far, and here we are. And for Rasheed Rice, I mean, Damon said the line that really got me. He said, somebody has to ask Rasheed Rice, are we done yet? And I thought, like, Andy Reid meeting him as he was walking out of jail, as he gets closer to Andy Reid, Andy looks at him and goes, are we done yet?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like. Because I know for me, if somebody who I looked at as my mentor or my leader or my guy that I was following and all that kind of stuff was there when I did something really wrong for the third or fourth time and met me outside the jail cell and said, are we done yet? I would think that would be the moment for me where I went, okay, we are done now, and I am going to grow up. But maybe Rasheed Rice doesn't care. I mean, you have to understand, too, each individual is different, and some individuals think, you know, A is better than B and more important than B, and maybe Rasheed Rice doesn't value football as much as we would love for Rasheed Rice to value football. And there's nothing really where we can do to change that. Like, if he's doing all this stuff and truly loves the game, then he's an idiot. But you do all this stuff, and I look at it, I go, does he really like playing football? Because he's doing everything he possibly can off the field to not have to play football. So does he love the game? Does he want to play football? I don't know what the answer is to that question, but they better figure it out. They better get to the bottom of it, and that's why I think it's important for Andy Reid to go, are we done yet?
Yep. We do have to do our due diligence and get our 5th qualifier.
Yes, we do.
So when you hear this sounder in the next 3 minutes,
FIFA,
you've got to be caller number 5.
That's right.
Because we are giving away a final contestant to be one of the 5 people that will be a winner. We'll pick one out of the 5, and you'll have a chance at a $500 Hy-Vee gift card that you can watch the tournament this summer for soccer, and you can also maybe gear up for the 4th of July. And
whatever you want to do with it, right?
So,
whatever you want to do with that $500. And we'll ask you in a couple of minutes to be caller number 5 and tell us which country last won the World Cup.
Last won the World Cup. Name that country when you hear the sounder in the next 2 to 3 minutes, and you've got a chance to be a qualifier. The last one.
Last one.
One of 5 is going to win a $500 gift card to Hy-Vee, so we'll get that there for you. And before we get into that, I want to get into what Dan Hughes also had to say when it comes to wide receiver addition, because Danon obviously played the position, knows the importance of Mahomes and this team moving forward after a 6-11 season. And we asked the question.
Yes, I would. And the reason why is this is an incredible window of time with Patrick Mahomes, even though he's coming off an injury. With all the success that we've had, we set the standards so high and the expectations so high that I don't think you can go into a season and not feel good about any position, especially the wide receiver position, or at least have question marks about that. So, and that might also be the jolt of reality too for Rasheed Rice. So going and getting those guys, or at least one of them, can tell him, hey, this is a business.
How many years now, guys, do you think it's been that we've been talking about this window with Patrick Mahomes? Because Danon said something there, incredible window of time with Patrick Mahomes. That window has gotten considerably smaller from when Patrick Mahomes joined us here in Kansas City back in 2018. But I feel like now the sentiment that we hear coming from Arrowhead and everybody that talks about the Chiefs is realizing that this window is getting smaller and smaller and smaller with Patrick Mahomes, and we want to start to be able to make sure we capitalize on this window with Patrick Mahomes. And so I feel like I'm hearing that narrative a lot lately from people associated with the team and fans of the team as well, who are also realizing each day that goes by, that window gets a little bit smaller and smaller and smaller with Patrick Mahomes and trying to maximize his career here in Kansas City. We also realize he's coming off that injury, and you want to have a full arsenal of guys and weapons around you where you can go out there and make sure that you are surrounding your star player, the greatest player in franchise history, with the best possible talent to ensure that you're putting yourself as a franchise in the best possible position to make the most out of this era. And so I continue to hear that from people, and people continue to lean, we got to maximize Mahomes, and I think they will. And that's why I do, like Danon says, they do need to go out and get another wide receiver, and it's why I think they will go out and get another wide receiver. You don't want to have a superstar like this for the next 10 years, guys, and not surround them with enough, and then we go, what if? We wonder what could have been instead of enjoying what is with Patrick Mahomes.
Start, bench, cut, A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Deebo Samuel.
Start A.J. Brown, bench Deebo Samuel, cut Tyreek Hill. The guy's not going to be ready to the middle of the season. He does me no good.
No, legitimately, he doesn't do any good long term. He doesn't do any good long term, and he doesn't do any good until maybe midway through the season. And then you got to catch up, and then he's got to get back, and then he's got to be physical.
Right.
We're talking week 12, man. Till he's even somewhat of a factor. And then what is he?
Yeah, exactly. Who knows what he is at that point in time? And so, no, I'm just out on that because
I want Diggs, man. That's my guy. I'd start him over any of those.
I just don't want to play the waiting game with all of this like we did last year with Rasheed Rice. You guys remember how by week 7 we'll be fine. Week 7 we just get Rasheed Rice back and everything will take off and it never did. I don't want to be sitting here and because Tyreek Hill now is probably a Pinot player in name only, but we know how fans get when it comes to guys' names that they recognize. We'll be sitting here and people go, well, once Tyreek Hill gets ready, we're going to be – no, stop. I don't like that game anymore. I'm too old for that, right? Wondering if Tyreek Hill's going to help us midseason or anything like that. I need these guys here from the start, right? And so if not Sammy Watkins, who did you say was your guy? Stephon Diggs. If Stephon Diggs is your guy, I want them to make a trade. I would love an A.J. Brown or a George Pickens type of trade. Like, seriously, do something big, right? Do something large. Do something massive, because it's not a fix to help you get through this season. A.J. Brown and George Pickens is a fix for the next 3 or 4 years on your roster from a wide receiver position. FIFA!
That's right. Caller number 5.
They're not involved with this.
Well, not yet. Caller number 5, call in. You can be our 5th and final contestant to be one of 5 to get a $500 gift card to Hy-Vee if you can name the last country to win the World Cup. No, it was not Salt Bay. If you need a clue. We all remember that guy.
Oh, yeah. Is he still around?
Yeah, he just banned from everything because he acted like a fool. Look, I don't hate the Tyreek Hill discussion, so hear me out. What happens every year in football?
Somebody gets hurt.
Right. Do you believe in enough of Xavier Worthy to be a true number 2?
Not right now, but but I'm still opening myself to change that based on the wide receiver coach and if he gets good instruction. You know?
I do the same thing with Tyreek. I think he could be a number 2, and I think he would be fine. Now, I think he would be probably wide receiver 1 if he got on this roster because of the depth on this roster. But again, like, we don't know where Rice is going to go with this episode. I'm not really putting a lot of stock in it at all because I'm not going to get burned again. But you get a guy in like week 12, and I don't know if you looked at the schedule, but by gosh, about week 12 to weeks 15, that schedule gets tough. And someone that knows when the schedule gets tough in Kansas City around that time of year is a guy like Tyreek Hill. And a guy that's kind of shown a lot of emotion that he wants to come back and work with Pat and that he wishes he never would have left. Again, you know, hindsight's 20/20, obviously. But, like, I'm not against it in that way.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown has the ring. I think he wants to get back with Mike. I'm not against Stephon Diggs. I'm really not, because why not go to the team that always upset you? And Mac had mentioned the picture yesterday of the AFC Championship game. But I think there's a little bit more traction underneath Tyreek Hill than there is being given to him in this conversation. Because, yeah, we don't know if he's going to be 100% ever again. But I still think that 80% of Tyreek Hill on this roster is better than 100% of what you currently have on this roster.
And that I don't necessarily disagree with at all. But he's hurt right now. And I don't want...
so is Mahomes.
I know, so is Mahomes right now. But we expect him to be back and fine. Tyreek Hill, they're talking already mid-season when he would be able to come back. If we're at mid-season and that looks like something that could potentially help this team, I'm not opposed to it at that point in time. But I am opposed to it a little bit now because I just don't need the narrative. And everybody thinking he's going to be this difference maker for this organization because he was 5 years ago. And now he's sitting on the bench and, again, counting down the days till potentially Tyreek Hill is ready to go. I need this organization to get moving past the past and focusing on the future and looking for what's ahead. Because even if they do get Tyreek Hill for this year, he's a half-season fix right now, and we're still going to be having these wide receiver conversations at the end of the season. Where are we going with this guy? Where are we going with this position? What are we going to do at wide receiver? And so I'd like to be in a position where they actually solve the wide receiver position, guys, because I don't know what next year is going to hold from a draft standpoint, B, free agency standpoint. But I know, you're going to need wide receivers regardless of what you do here, whether you sign Stephon Diggs or trade, for A.J. Brown. You're still going to need other wide receivers as well. And if you have an opportunity to kind of solve it short-term and long-term by making a trade, that's where I would rather go than sitting here hoping and pining that somebody past this prime is going to be ready by weeks 10 or whatever,
Yeah, I get that with the Tyreek thing. I will say you kind of said it, though. Like, we're still going to have this conversation next year no matter what. If A.J. Brown's
if
on
they
this
trade
team,
for A.J. Brown, they won't.
Because we'll have this conversation. Oh, absolutely. Who else is on this team, man?
No, but at least you have that solved, right? Then you can work with the other stuff. At least you know who your number one is going into next season.
I guess, but it's still like one guy is it's still the same problem.
Yeah,
we have one guy.
But having a superstar like that helps you so much. Okay, we got A1. We know who our number one guy is. Now we can go out and get a couple of other guys that maybe fit the mold, and then you don't have to break the bank. You get a nice number 2. Maybe Worthy has a great year with this Chad O'Shea, and all of a sudden they're clicking, and he has a good year, and he's moved up the ladder to your number 2. Maybe Rice gets out of the pokey and he, recommits himself to football, and all of a sudden he's playing good. Now you've got A.J. Brown and 2 guys that maybe you weren't counting on that kind of reinvented themselves. I'm just talking through scenarios here. You're right. We're still going to need wide receivers next year. But if you trade for A.J. Brown or George Pickens this year, your number 1 is locked and loaded and ready to go, and you don't have to worry about that going forward. Because we really, other than Sammy Watkins, who was Tyreek Hill's true running mate at number 2? He was so good that you really didn't need it. And I think A.J. Brown, and you had Travis at that point. You're right. You had Travis at that point in time.
Do we take like A.J. Brown's kind of step back these last 2 years just because it's Jalen Hurts and it's the offense? It's not A.J. Brown, right?
I think that has been the philosophy for all of us. I think everybody's bought into that. It's a Jalen Hurts problem, not an A.J. Brown problem. Right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a Jalen Hurts guy, but with Jalen Hurts, 1,500 yards, 1,450 in the last 2 years, barely over 1,000. So it is a weird drop off, but obviously that whole offense is dropped off.
It's an interesting point, Mac. Though it is. It's an interesting point.
Also,
He's 28.
Okay, that's good.
I will also say he had 67 receptions, 10,079, and 7 touchdowns with Saquon Barkley doing his MVP thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, like they did everything with Saquon,
24.
And then last year was a disaster. But I mean, what I look at is last year 15 of 15 games, 13 of 13, 17 of 17, 17 of 16, 13 of 13, 14 of 12. He's played.
Yeah, he plays. And you know what? They're going to do the same thing that we've done over the last, couple of months. They blame their offensive coordinator like we've been blaming the wide receiver coach too, So
And the other thing is A.J. Brown's 17-game average is 1,309.
Oh yeah. 2 1,500 yards. I mean, he's a beast. I'm just saying, like,
did he get old?
He's going to be 29 in a month.
Sure.
You're going to break the bank for him, and then in 2 years, maybe 3, we're having the same conversation. 2027 is supposed to be the greatest draft we've seen in the last decade.
And maybe you pick up a wide receiver in the first round there to go with an A.J. Brown or something?
Just to be the beginning of something new and not break the bank for wide receivers.
But let me ask you this now, too. Let's say we win the Super Bowl again, and we're picking 32, and by the time we get there, 5 or 6 or 7 different wide receivers have gone. Are we taking the 8th best wide receiver, or are we still trying to – because that's where you run into that problem as well. If they make the playoffs, right, barring a trade up, they're probably going to get the 5th or 6th best wide receiver as opposed to maybe the 2nd best whatever it is, 2nd best linebacker. So that factors in as well,
Yeah, you'd have to think about trading up or something like that for sure. I don't know. I'm just not going to allocate that much money to that position when I already know it's going to be a problem, and it's going to be we're having this discussion again in a year.
Do you think we'll ever solve this position? I'm being serious. I mean, honest to God, guys, they've had 2 Hall of Fame wide receivers in their entire existence, Otis Taylor and Tyreek Hill. Other than that, they've not figured out the wide receiver position. So do we think they're going to get it figured out? I don't know.
Coming up next, we get to the Rich of the Week. Mine might surprise you because it's absolutely disgusting here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and you know baseball is underway. I know it. You know it. I've seen all your gorgeous pictures, and you know I'm referencing Surfside iced tea and vodka or a Surfside lemonade and vodka. They're smooth, and they're refreshing and perfectly made for game day. Surfside is the perfect match for the ballpark or catching the game at home. Surfside is only 100 calories with 0 bubbles, so it goes down easy with 0 troubles. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside. Proud partner of the Kansas City Royals. Must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 15th, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. Plus, add 1 line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
When you're ready to paint your home, you want it done right the first time. That's why I trust CertaPro painters. They aren't just a service, they're local professionals with over 70,000 five-star reviews. From the detailed proposal to the final brush stroke, the entire process was completely worry-free. Get professional painting at the right price. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated right here in Kansas City, so you're dealing with local. It's CertaPro.
Get everything you need for the entire job delivered. From lumber to drywall, flooring, and fixtures, get it all delivered from the Home Depot. With same day, next day, or any day delivery. Staying on track and on time is crucial to your job. That's why it's our job to get you what you need when you need it. We deliver the supplies. You deliver the results. Brought to you by the Home Depot.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
This is Stories from the Pitch, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Give your yard its own moment with new limited time deals from Lowe's.
For decades, FIFA had promised Africa a World Cup. Sepp Blatter finally delivered. South Africa is 16 years out of apartheid host of the tournament. And the soundtrack, whether broadcasters liked it or not, was the Vuvuzela, that long plastic horn, droning like a swarm of bees through every match. Some players hated it. Networks tried to filter it out. Mostly, they failed. So Piwe Chabalala scored the opening goal of the tournament for the host nation against Mexico. A screamer into the top corner. The whole country on its feet. South Africa wouldn't make it out of the group. Ghana would carry African hopes deepest. But the cup had finally come home, and home was loud.
Stay tuned to this Odyssey station for more Stories from the Pitch.
Hey, real quick, Mac, before we get to Richard of the Week, you want a fun little story that I just saw?
Yes, please.
So, the Chicago Bulls, pretty good in the 90s.
I'd say okay.
Yeah, the Chicago Bulls championship banner from 92 to 93 that hung in the old Chicago building is now up for auction.
How much?
1,000 is where it started at. There's 4 bids, but the starting bid was at $1,000.
Wow, where would you put that?
In my garage and know where I stopped my car.
Yeah, it would be
So
cool
every
to
day
have.
every day I drive to the banner and it
Dude,
stops.
sick.
Like he probably has a tennis ball hanging, right?
No, I have a washer.
That's awesome.
Nowadays they have like lasers. My
or,
buddy.
or you could just do it and pull in. You don't need it. I mean,
Well, some people are boomers.
yeah.
My buddy Jeremy, his father-in-law, he's got a nice big truck, and when he's got these lasers that point down and then hit the middle of his dash when it's time to stop. It's pretty cool.
Damn,
That is
actually
cool,
kinda
but like,
cool.
you need that.
It's just
I
kind
mean,
of a flex, I guess.
Yeah, it is. No, it's 100% what that is.
He's like, check this out, dude.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that-
hell yeah.
that's what that is. That is a flex, and that's fine. But do you need that? No. Is it a cool flex? You bet it is. Yeah, it really is. Did you guys hear what Josh Hart had to say?
Oh my gosh, man. Josh Hart is hilarious. This is what he had to say about analytics after last night's win.
I'm never a huge analytics guy. At a certain point, they're a lamppost to a drunk person. You can lean on them, but it won't get you home.
Analytics are a lamppost to a drunk person. You can lean on them, but won't get you home. And analytics is funny because it can't create culture. And that's what's lacking from the Royals team. There's no culture of anything with this organization right now. It's all analytic based, and that's why you're 20 and 30. You've got to have that culture, that proper culture that is out there that they are lacking and that is non-existent from this ball club right now. So you could use all the analytics you want. You're not creating that culture. That culture is ultimately what won here in 2014 and 2015, right? That was all about the culture back then. Now there is no culture with the Royals. There's a culture with the Chiefs. They've got that winning tradition right now. But if you're just strictly by the books and by the numbers, you're just never going to create that culture, and you're never going to take it to the next level. You got to have that winning culture created, and analytics does not do that. It's like a drug. What did he say? It's like analytics or like a light post,
like a lamp post. You can lean on them, but it won't get you home.
Yeah.
Oh, Richard, I'm so happy. Hold me.
Richard of the Week.
Not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Yeah, I'll start this one off because it's not an individual human. It's just Busch's beans.
What did they do?
Click on the link. Busch's Beans are launching rocket pop and pickle flavored baked beans for the holiday season.
Get bent.
The company says it wants to bring an unexpected flavor to cookouts.
No, that's not real.
No. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Dexter 2, or however you say that, they are real.
I can get behind the dill pickle flavored ones, but the
hell
bomb
you
pop
can.
flavored baked beans?
Why are you doing this to us?
Oh, also apple pie.
I can get behind that a little bit. The apple pie and baked beans. That you can put like that. It all kind of
Hey,
goes together.
Daryl, what'd you bring to the picnic for Memorial Day? Rocket pop beans.
Rocket pop, bomb pop flavored Busch's baked beans.
Absolutely not.
No,
they're already a tough sell. Not everybody likes these. How do we make these more approachable? Let's put some rocket pop flavors in them. Let's not, Lou Holtz.
Who, honest to God, man, were they in the garage when they came up with that? Because there's no way you came up with that.
I understand
not stoned.
the dill pickle.
The dill pickle one I can
I
get
like
with.
it.
Yeah,
that's a
Pickles
good
and
idea.
barbecue are hand in hand.
Same with the apples,
Right?
pork and applesauce, and you eat that kind of stuff. It kind of
I'll
goes
give it a
with
try.
No,
but
you won't. You are a lying sack of bleep.
I would give the apple one, the bomb pop one.
You
I'm actually
wouldn't-
more curious about that
You
one.
wouldn't touch the beans.
The apple pie one, I wouldn't touch the bomb pop one.
Dude Wipes commented on this post and said,
Did they really?
Yes. Stomach about to sound like boots in a dryer.
Yeah, dude. That is disgusting. It's already hard to sell baked beans. I mean, I make them every time I cook ribs or pulled pork, but I let the drippings like everybody does, like the Jack Stack, the Smokehouse, all those people that do that. That's what I do. I learned it in the kitchen. How about this? I'm going to take 2 bomb pops from the freezer, put them in the baked beans while they're on the smoker, and then pull the wooden sticks out, mix it together. What am I tasting? Absolutely not.
I'm gonna have Josh from Smokehouse do a batch of beans that taste like a bomb pop.
He'll end your endorsement.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be like, no, we're not doing that anymore. Why ruin something that is fantastic like Smokehouse beans? Bomb pop flavored baked beans.
Richard, get bent hard.
My Richard is a group of people.
Oh, no.
And this one is unbelievable, but not surprising. I don't know if you saw this from Dateline Toledo, Ohio, that happened this week. A kindergarten graduation turned violent when a fight over seating broke out among parents, leaving none of the families able to watch their children walk across the stage. The video is unbelievable of these losers brawling in the cafegimatorium at the Queens of the Apostles School during kindergarten graduation. Police said, because now the cops are involved, one woman was arrested for assault and another person was hospitalized requiring stitches. Parent Craig Mays told 13 Action News the children were downstairs rehearsing when parents started fighting over seats. There was another family who started to grab their own chairs and kind of like make it their own space and make their own seating, which I really didn't have a problem with. But my kid's mom, they were right in front of her and she couldn't see, Mays said. Mays said that he tried to calm things down, but a woman behind him wouldn't let it go. The girl behind me, she's just talking and cussing and talking crazy, calling us weird and saying we need to mind our own business. Police identified the woman as Jessica Anderson. She's charged with felonious assault. Court records say she grabbed someone by her hair, striking her head against the chair where the victim needed stitches. Kindergarten graduation. Way to go. We used to have an award in college that we gave out every week called the Dwayne Award. It was for somebody who did like the trashiest thing of the week because we had a friend from Coffeyville. His middle name was Dwayne. So we named an award after him, right? And we give the Dwayne Award. This would qualify for the Dwayne Award. Jeez. You're out here fighting at kindergarten graduation and then sending somebody to the hospital and then somebody getting arrested. What'd you do? The kindergarten graduation ended up next to Rasheed Rice in jail.
Yeah, this qualifies for Dane and saying, too, of like, you're picking up. You done yet?
Yeah, we done yet with this?
Really? Kindergarten?
Yeah.
Seriously? Jeez.
Someone says the person that came up with the Pom Pop beans was dipping into Rasheed Rice's stash.
Dude, something's going on, yeah, with Busch's baked beans. Big garage sesh.
That can't be real. I can't imagine that they're doing this.
Go to Hy-Vee in the next couple weeks and go down the bean aisle. You know where it is. You'll see it. Rocket Pop baked beans.
Yeah, dude, only for a limited time.
Well, thank God.
Should be for a no time.
We don't need a limited time.
Mac, you got a Richard?
Yeah, mine is going to be Oz the Mentalist.
Why?
Pablo Torre kind of went on a deep dive and just was basically like, hey, he sells people on learning the skill of mentalism, decoding body language, nonverbal cues, sells books, all this stuff. We know him as this guy who goes in training camps or big practice rooms and says, all right, write a number on a whiteboard if you've seen these videos, right? And then he ends up guessing the number. And it's really cool.
I feel someone here has a lady in their light that starts with a J.
And you're like, whoa. This is actually, how does he know all this? Well, it's rehearsed. He's telling people to write down codes. He's literally like laying the groundwork, but he's selling this whole bag of goods. And then I'll also kind of parlay Colin Cowherd into this because he kind of ripped Pablo Torre for that. But I mean,
why did he? I didn't understand why he was ripping Pablo Torre for that. Who cares if this guy exposed somebody that's a fraud?
Is Pablo's next venture proving Penn and Teller didn't really saw a woman in half? It's a complete. It's different. It's very different.
Yeah, that's a magic show. You're selling people on hope.
Yes, like hey, you can learn how to do this and read minds. And this is real.
Now.
No, dude, you're bogus, Richard.
Crazy.
Oz the Mentalist.
Speaking of bogus, you mentioned it earlier. You could have bought 120 tickets to the Yankees game last night for the same cost to attend the Knicks game at Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
The current get-in price for the Yankees game last night was $6. The current price to get into a Knicks game last night was $730.
Yeah, a lot of people were paying like $750 to get into that game last night, which, again, the market crashed for whatever reason yesterday. That was weird.
Hey, it's a good Memorial Day weekend. Go celebrate, have fun, go do something nice for somebody. Unlike Busch's baked beans, you never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay safe, stay groovy. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you Tuesday. Cody Golden Drew coming up next. Royals win a damn game.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty.